Bar.
Padres baseball on San Diego Sports Leader Double X 1090.
Now to take the field, let's take a look at the starting lineup as put together by their skipper, Don Mattingly. Leading things off and playing second base will be Mark Ellis. Shane Victorino will be batting second and be covering left field. Over at first base and batting third, Adrian Gonzalez. Matt Kemp will be in the cleanup spot and be out in center. Over at shortstop, batting fifth, Hanley Ramirez. Andre Ethier will bat sixth and be in right field. Over at third base, batting seventh, Luis Cruz. A.J. Ellis behind the plate will bat eighth, and on the mound, batting ninth, the left-hander. A 12-8 record, 2.85 earned run average, Clayton Kershaw. Chris Northfield getting ready to dig into the right-hand batter's box. And now for the play-by-play, here's Mr. Ted Leitner.
All right, Scan, thank you very much. And it is, after Everett Cabrera was the leadoff batter yesterday, Denorfia today against the lefty Kershaw. First pitch hit a ton. Got to get out of here. Long gone to left field for Chris Denorfia. Another leadoff home run for the Padre leadoff man. Venables done it. Amorisa's done it. Denorfia's done it again. And you can't have that's the longest ball I ever saw Dino hit in my life. 1-0 my Padres. He just hit home plate.
You think he was guessing first pitch fastball, Ted?
I think so.
Hey, Clayton Kershaw likes to come inside on the right-handers early in the ball game, and Dino was looking fastball in. He got one right down the middle and jumped all over it. As you said, you can't hit a ball any harder than that.
Number 6, Ribby, number 30. This guy has become some kind of ball player. Underrated, but not by the folks in that dugout that see him play every day, not by you folks that see him play regularly. Hit Petco. Strike delivered to Forsythe on the outside corner.
And that leadoff trip around the diamond is sponsored by Daniels Jewelers. For every Padres home run, the Daniels Jewelers family will donate $1,000 to local charities helping children.
Kershaw delivering low. 7 consecutive quality starts, quote unquote, which is good in terms of the index. 1-1 on the way. Slow ground ball right back to Kershaw on the front side of the mound. He'll go halfway. Overhand toss and one gone. Forsythe came off the bench yesterday, 1 for 1, and a hit Bassman. Dino, third leadoff home run this season to start a ball game. When we say that, we don't mean leading off an inning, leading off a game in the one spot. Third this year, 5 for his career. I don't need to tell Padre fans that Ricky, being Ricky, is the all-time leader. Ricky Henderson with 81 for his career. Mr. Headley, the National League Player of the Month, August 2012. That's him, swinging a missed strike one.
Congratulations, Chase. Certainly well deserved.
Hey, Scanner, how many players there are? You do know how many players there are. You're one of them. That's a lot of players, a lot of great players, and you're the best in a month. Wow.
And that's the challenge, doing it for an entire month. Hey, you can have a hot week. Plenty of guys do that, but to be that hot for 4 weeks in a row.
1-1-2 is the breaking ball. That's low. That's a curve by Kershaw, this Highland Park High School, Dallas, Texas guy, as we've noted each time that he has started. Our friend CY, Chris Young, ex-Padre now with the New York Mets, same high school, different time. They are very good friends. They work out a lot together in the old days. The 2-1 is way outside to chase. One gone. The run in as fast as you can on the first pitch of the Juego. Deep, I mean halfway in the pavilion. Not straight away left, but toward left center. 3-1 chase. Fastball in the air, popped third base side. Cruz, a step into foul territory right by the bag to make the grab. He catches the ball to Cruz. I mean, Jose Cruz was a great player in Houston, and they always did that Cruz thing, but not when he caught a fly ball. They love this guy, and it's been a great story, as noted yesterday, how many teams he's gone through in the minors and the Mexican leagues, and cut and cut and cut, re-signed, and still at it. Even if he's not on your team, it's still a great story. Here is another great story. This high school boy from San Diego named Carlos Quentin, who himself has become a star in Major League Ball. Q, you've hit the big time, son. Kershaw, outside corner. Cutter, strike one. It is Matt Kemp, Jersey Day, and there's blue 27s all over the place. Q in a bound ball, third base, backing up Cruz. They're going to cruise again. Long throw. Low, backhanded by Adrian, but not in the dirt, and that's all. Lead home run once again Padres have scored early so often. It's made them such a better team, giving their pitchers a little leeway there to make mistakes. And I mean, it has been some kind of couple of months of baseball with those early leads. Well, this is as early as they got. Padres won. The Dodgers coming to bat. Ted and Scan with you. San Diego sports leader. Double X 1090.
Want an easy way to see if you can vote. IFAI.
Padres baseball on San Diego sports leader. Double X 1090.
Bottom of the first, Dodger Stadium. Dodgers have played so many memorable games, even when they weren't any good. And the Dodgers were much better. They would play the Dodgers off their feet. The record never really bespoke who was better, because the Padres just played over their heads against these guys through the season since they all began back in 1969. Been so much fun. 1-0 Padres. Mark Ellis, leadoff man Dodgers against former Dodger Eric Stoltz, Indiana native. Fastball, strike, and underway, bottom half. Ellis at 264, 2 for 5 yesterday in the leadoff spot. D. Gordon had been their leadoff guy, but another one of those, forgive me, head first slides, ripped out his thumb. Surgery, gone. Delivery of ball 1-1. Pitch is lined to left field. That's down the corner. That's extra base possibility. TUE will try to cut it off and hold him. No way. He's going for 2. Like I said, the throw. 1 bounce. Good throw. Tag. Safe at second base. TUE played it as best as you can with a good arm. Good throw. But Ellis was thinking 2 bags all the way. There's the tying run. Just like that at second base.
Well, fastball intended away. Comes a little bit back out over the plate and then elevated. Gives Ellis a good chance to get a good swing on it. Good player. I think very underrated as an offensive player, Ted.
That's a good point. And it's the kind of guy who will move team to team, but when you got him, you really see him every day and know how good he can be.
Played a very solid defense for him at second base, and he'll come up with a big hit when he needs it. He's not an automatic out by any means.
Shane Victorino, 0 for the caller yesterday, 0 for 5. Looking to bunt, does not offer, ball 1. Defensively, Yonder at first, Forsythe at second. Cabrera, the shortstop, heavily at third. The outfield, Carlos Quentin in left, Maven in center, Denorfia in right. Stoltz and Grandal. Johnny Baker started yesterday. 1-0 again. Squaring, did not offer, 2-0.
Stoltz going mostly with fastballs here in the early going. Sort of a contrast in left-handers tonight. Clayton Kershaw is going to be 94 to 96 with the fastball, uses a lot of sliders. Stoltz, on the other hand, will touch 90-91. Basically pitches around 87-88. In and out, back and forth. And later in the game starts incorporating that big, slow curveball.
Play Victorino to pull in the outfield. Switch hitter. And takes a strike. Better hitter left-handed. 2-1. Traded from the Phillies, a former Dodger. They give up on him. The Padres give up on him, and all of a sudden he hit. And has become a star. An all-star, literally, and a gold glover multiple times in Philadelphia playing center. 2-1. This one he does bunt. On the dirt cutout. Grandal double clutch, pump, and throw to first in time. Sacrifice goes to 3. Ellis goes to third base. 1 away.
Gets the job done. Sometimes you like to see that number 2 man swing the bat to the right side, but Shane Victorino deciding, hey, I'm going to get it done one way or another. Does a little bunt on a curveball. Kills it in front of home plate. Nice job.
Adrian Gonzalez. 3-run home run in his first at-bat. It was incredibly dramatic. And then he went 182 on the batting average. Philly got a couple of hits Sunday against the Diamondbacks, including the walk-off double in the bottom of the ninth. A single in 4 tries, plus a walk yesterday in his first game against the Padres in a Dodger uniform. Saw him as a Red Sox and takes fastball inside. Throw to third. In time. Oh, Yasmani Grandal, I love to watch you, man. You have got tools, and you're just learning the game. What a peg down to third, and Ellis is gone. That tying run is going to the dugout. It's 1-0 Padres still. Caught stealing, 2-5.
Perfectly executed. They had the play on. Chase Headley snuck in behind him, and that's a play where you put on if you feel like the guy is just, taking a little bit too big of a lead, and most importantly, not taking a quick first step back. You can nail him. They caught him sleeping.
What a great baseball play. Adrian on the curveball takes outside 2-0.
That really is. That's a gutsy play early in the ball game. That sends a message to their entire team. Hey, you can't just get lazy out on the base paths. We're going to throw behind you. We haven't seen Yasmani do very much of that yet.
2-0 on the way. Taken all the way. Adrian a strike. I tell you what, Chase is not a demonstrative kind of a guy, but he made that tag and he screamed, pointing his finger at Yasmani. Great play. Yeah, it was. 2-1. There's the curve again. Checked. It's low.
I'm trying to think back to see if I can remember Yasmani throwing behind any runners, either first base, third, or second, let alone, runner at third like that. A lot of catchers don't like to do that. They're afraid of launching into left field and being the GOAT.
So now 2 gone, base is clear. Stoltz on the 3-1. Adrian swing and a miss on that slider. 3-2. Coming up. Tim Wallach, great player in his time. He's the third base coach. They passed him over really for the managerial situation here a couple of times. Davey Lopes is at first. The 3-2. Line to right field. Lining it up Denorfia right in his tracks after coming in one step, waiting, catching, and that's all. Adrian on the button. No runs, 1 hit. Caught stealing. Great peg by Grandal. 1 inning gone. 1-0 Padres. San Diego Sports Leader, XX 1090.
They say diamonds are...
See your certified pre-owned Lexus dealer for program details. Offer ends October 31st, 2012.
Padres baseball on San Diego Sports Leader, XX 1090.
Yasmani Grandal will lead off here for the Padres. 1-0. The boys over the Dodgers. Grandal, Alonso, the Cubano connection, then Cameron Maben. Home run, Denorfia. That is the run if you missed it. It was quick. First pitch of the game. By this guy, Clayton Kershaw, throwing a strike and taken. As mentioned, John Baker yesterday, Yasmani today, hitting .271, but .306 right-handed. And takes low. 50 points better this way. There's an early indicator on the split. Doesn't mean it'll be that way his entire career, but it usually is. Just not as marked. 1-1. Fastball outside.
Well, I look at Chase Headley's numbers 2 years ago.
Brutal, wasn't it?
Just absolutely terrible. And he was a natural right-hand hitter. And they were thinking maybe he should stop hitting right-handed.
The 2-1 in there, strike.
I don't know about you, Ted. I'm glad he stuck with it.
Worked out pretty well, I think, yes.
Not too bad this last month.
Not bad at all.
And the good news is somebody forgot to tell him that it's September. He still thinks it's August. Putting up his player of the month numbers again.
The 2-2, fastball foul back. All fastballs. Up to a max of 94 there by Kershaw. Coming off his start here against Arizona. A 4-game series they split. Diamondbacks win the first 2. Dodgers last 2. 6 innings, 9 hits, 2 earned runs. But his boys got him zippo with that lineup. Not 1 run. The Diamondbacks shut him out 2-0. 2-2 curve. Outside. Kershaw walking off the mound.
I don't know where he was going. He was actually trying to walk off the mound towards the Padres dugout on the first base side. I think just trying to send a signal. Home plate umpire Dell Cousins any way he could have. I think I should have had that one.
And looking at the replay, he, I believe, was right. Now the fastball's inside. Ball 4. Lead man on. Home run Denorfia first. Grandal walking the second.
Padre Baseball brought to you by Miller Lite. Want a smoother pour and less glug? Try the new Miller Lite Punch Top can. It's Miller time. With great beer comes great responsibility.
Can, if I've said it once, I've said it 100 times.
I know.
There is no room for glug.
None.
In baseball.
I'm glad you're cutting down, Ted.
No glug. Alonso. Kershaw delivers. Fastball up and in. Good location. Swing and a miss. Kershaw is 6'3" and 220 pounds.
Fastball, slider, curveball, changeup, the repertoire. Used to just be fastball, curveball when he first came up to the big leagues. Occasional changeup. Then he incorporated the slider a couple of years ago and become a devastating pitch for him.
Not quite a 4-1 strikeout to walk ratio. Fantastic. Fastball high. 1-1. Fourth in earned run average in the National League. Johnny Cueto of Cincinnati, who lost the other day. Yesterday, in fact. He's number 1. Kershaw number 4. 1-1 in the dirt. Nice block by Ellis, holding it first. 1-0 Padres.
Not only is he good, he's consistent. He has gone 5 innings or more in every single one of his starts so far this season, except for one. That one being the first start of the season against the Padres, where he was sick. He was actually sick the entire ball game. Only lasted 3 innings. And after that, he's been lights out.
Come stretch those arms straight up, then down to chest level. Fastball swung on a miss. 2-2. He's at 94, living there. The former Dodger organization man. That's Glenn Hoffman, now Padre. True and true. After all these years. Coaching at third, Dave Roberts, a former Dodger player, as you know, and Padre, is at first. Hardest working coaching staff in showbiz. 1-0 on the home run by Denorfia. Fastball, broken bat, fly ball, right center field. Drifting over Ethier. Kemp, the center fielder. Should call him off. Does, and makes the grab. One away, unable to move ground out.
Good pitch inside to saw him off. And as we mentioned earlier, that is part of the game plan for Clayton Kershaw. He likes to pitch inside a lot early in the ball game to establish that inside part of the plate. Not only does it make guys aware of the inside part, but it opens things up second, third, maybe fourth time through a lineup. That's smart pitching.
The opponents hit .216 against him. That is ridiculous. Only Gio Gonzalez of Washington has a lower one. Second in strikeouts, only Steven Strasburg of Washington has more. Just 3 more than Kershaw. Pitch is off speed, low. Ball 1. Cameron, 5-game hitting streak with 1 hit yesterday to prolong that. Kershaw wears number 22 for the Dodgers. Cy Young Award winner last year. There's ground ball made for 2. At second base, Ellis Ramirez back to first. The speedy Maben beats it out. Cameron, I apologize. I didn't say guaranteed to. I said made for 2. But it was not going to be made because of your speed and your hustle, and you keep the inning alive. Well done. Big time hustle.
Yeah, that's not a misplay by the Dodgers in any way. The only thing was Ellis had a little bit of ways to go to his left, a little bit off balance throw over to the shortstop, but he got it there on time, right in the chest. That is just Cameron Maben digging hard right out of the box.
Everett Cabrera slumping. That's what gets you down for the leadoff spot yesterday. Number 8 today in this lineup. Kershaw comes set. Pitches a ground ball right to third. Had him play perfectly. They had Cruz to go to second base. That'll be the force play on Cameron Maben. That's all for Cabrera. That's all for the Padres. Get the lead man on for the second time and leave a man. It was a lead walk this time. The lead home run on the first pitch by Denorfia to start the ball game. Bottom of the second next. 1-0 Padres. San Diego Sports Leader, Double X 1090.
At GTM Stores and Accessories, luggage.
On San Diego Sports Leader, Double X 1090.
1-0 Padres, Dodger Stadium. Big crowd. Huge crowd. And they've seen the upswing. Quite frankly, even before the big trade, getting Adrian Gonzalez and Josh Beckett, and before that, Hanley Ramirez, because of the new ownership and the collective sigh of, McCourt's gone. Now let's go back to the ballpark. And that really is what's happened. And now adding on that to the big trade with Boston. And I mean, this place is certainly the biggest crowd of any Padre game here this year. Simply huge, and Matt Kemp jersey giveaway is a big part of that. I would like to think the Padres are a part of that because they've been, like I said, a nuisance to these Dodgers, an annoyance to the Dodger fans for a long time by winning a lot of these games. Pitch is by Eric Stoltz. Outside ball 1 to the aforementioned jersey guy. His number 27 out there, Matt Kemp.
Let's see if Eric Stoltz takes a page out of Andrew Werner's game plan, because they really made Kemp look foolish yesterday on backdoor sliders.
0 for 5 for the first time. He did not have a hit this year, at least one. It seems like it's always been a home run. But he'd hit in every game against the Padres this year until yesterday. As Scan said, Andrew Werner. Take a bow, man. Come on down. Pitch outside. 2-0. Ramirez on deck. Ethier to follow. That's some threesome right there. Yep, it's some lineup. Best money can buy. Fastball foul back. 2-1. Now, have the teams that spent the most money won all the time? You folks know it. You don't need us to tell you. No. And this may be one of those deals, as they say, if the playoffs started today, where the 5 teams with the biggest payroll are not automatically in this playoff. Ground ball shortstop, Everett Cabrera charging. Beautiful throw on nobody. Throws better on the move than Everett. He's got Kemp by a wide stride. 1 away.
They did stick with that game plan. Changeups away, curveballs and sliders away, and once again they're able to get Kemp to speed way out in front of it. And it's really been interesting to watch, Ted, because he's had such great swings on anything thrown by any of the right-handed pitchers for the Padres. Fastballs in, fastballs away, sliders, really doesn't matter. He's been able to barrel it up, but a completely different story against the left-handers.
Hanley Ramirez, as mentioned, one of those endless pickoffs from the Marlins. The slow curve, Stoltz, that has been so effective for him in the last few starts. And the last few starts, the truth is, his ERA is lower than Kershaw's over that period of time. Right, heavens.
And that's saying something.
Yeah, man. Home run yesterday. Curveball here. Got him again. Ground ball. Everett. Short hopped. Guns that throw. 2 gone. 1-0 Padres. Bottom of the second.
He's trying to get the velocity on that curveball down at 62 miles an hour. I remember John Baker the other day, a couple of starts ago, saying, you know what, that was our goal. See if we could drop one of those big slow hammers in at under 65. So far tonight, 65 and 67.
Andre Ethier. Without him, they're 5.5 games out. 1 out time home run at the bottom of the 9th against Gregerson. You can beat that guy. Or take him deep. You deserve to win, I guess. And they did. Home run was his 16th. As we mentioned, he and Kemp have murdered the club this year. The Padres, that is. There's a strike. Cut fastball right there. Breaking away from that left-handed batter. They get ahead. Andrew Werner. He was ahead all Monday. A couple of mistakes. That was it. Was looking at his second major league win, but Ethier took care of that and takes care of this with a high towering drive again. Same place as yesterday. Left into right center and gone. Somebody wave a white flag at Ethier and Kemp, for heaven's sakes. Tied at 1. He's now got a 5-game hitting streak on home run number 17. Same place. Same towering Fred McGriff moonshot. 1-1, second inning.
Same pitch slider, same pitch location, outer third, about 5 or 6 inches above the knee. Not a terrible pitch, not on a tee by any means, just a left-handed batter that's reaching out over the plate. Did it against the right-hander, trying to go backdoor yesterday with Luke Gregerson, and now tied against the lefty.
Here's Luis Cruz and his 5-game hitting streak. Stoltz delivers, low ball 1. Eric had not given up a home run in each of those last 2 starts. That was it. 1 before that 3 starts ago, and the 2 before that 0-0. Home runs not been a problem with him. Ground ball, nice. Stop beyond the bag, and a backhand by Chase. Low throw, picked by Yonder. Out at first base. Stoltz out there pointing to Chase Headley with another fine play by Chase. Didn't make the full dive, just kind of reached down on it to make the backhand and the throw. So the home run ties the ball game. In the second, Denarfia in the first. Ethier here in the second after 2. Tied at 1. Game 2. San Diego Sports Leader. Double X 1090.
Explore Canyon Pottery with a baseball on San Diego Sports Leader. Double X 1090.
On with it. On to the third. Tied at 1. Derek Stoltz chatting with A.J. Ellis, who was not his catcher when Eric was the Dodger. Pitch on the way. Fastball for a strike. Drafted by the Dodgers in 2002, Eric Stoltz fouls one off. 0-2 to Kershaw. From Kershaw to Norfia on deck, and then Forsythe. First called up by the Dodgers in 06. Lefty deals. That's the breaking ball. Laid off the curve low. 1-2. Big crowd, big crowd. Here's the 1-2. Fastball. Late swing. Strike 3. Mentioned. Number 2 guy in the National League in strikeouts. Kershaw gets his first of the day. Top of the order to Norfia. Took him deep in the pavilion in left center to start the game. One tie. Norfia's 6th home run of the season. 3rd leading off a ball game, as in half of them. Fastball strike.
Kershaw now backing down from the fastball. First pitch fastball last time deposited in the seats. They said, you know what? It wasn't the pitch. It was the location.
Swing and a miss. Curveball. That's his best pitch. Always has been. I mean, a fastball's good. Curveball's best. 0-2.
Well, the curveball is certainly that put-away pitch. Can't hit it when it's on type pitch.
The 0-2 just missed outside of the fastball.
Wow, second time tonight that Kershaw's been walking off the mound. His catcher Ellis has been getting ready to fire the ball around the horn. Close pitch. Don't get the call from Darryl Cousins.
Long look in by Kershaw. I thought Dino would step out, then Kershaw stepped off. Home white, Dodgers, is all they ever wear. Road gray, second time for the Padres, not the blue over gray. Gray on gray. No more sand. Sand is gone. Made sense for a team with all that beaches down there in the home area, but pitch is low. To me, it looked like the California Highway Patrol baseball team wearing their khakis. 2-2. Or Navy team. But then again, that kind of fit also for a Navy town. Navy and Marines.
I didn't mind him that much, Ted. It's kind of different.
Oh, I said it was different. I just didn't like him. 2-2. Fastball strike 3 called. Painting.
And this guy, Tristan Orby, not too happy about it. He thought that pitch was a little off the plate.
Second baseman, number 11.
And to be honest with you, I think it was a little more further outside than the pitch that Kershaw didn't get the call on previously.
Nice job by Ellis to frame it, bring it in real quick. Which really should not matter at all to an umpire, because it's not where it winds up, it's where it crosses the plate. So doing that at the last second to bring it in should not matter. And maybe it didn't. Here's Forsythe. First one, line to right field. That's a base hit. A ground out back to the box by Logan in the first. Now here in the third, a 2-out single, a 2-out runner. And that matters because you bring Chase Headley to the plate. Any stolen bases tonight by the boys? 3 yesterday, 2 Sunday. They're rolling. Second place in the majors again behind Miami. Luis Lizarraga. Luis should be the guy today. For every stolen base, a $25 gift card from McDonald's to you after entering. And you can still enter September or not for any of you at XX1090SanDiego.com. McDonald's, many locations open late, some 24 hours. Throw to first. Reaching back with the hand. Safe as Forsythe.
In case you're wondering, is Kershaw easy to steal off of? No, he's not. Slide steps most of the time. One of the few pitchers in baseball that's able to slide step and really not compromise anything to home plate. Still 94 out of the stretch with that quick slide step delivery.
Now Kershaw to the plate, swing and a miss. In on Cutter, I think, 0-1.
Now that doesn't mean that you can't run on him, but you just have to go first movement and hope that he's going home. And also you want to try to pick a breaking ball situation, especially one where he might be throwing that big curveball, which is going to be tough for Ellis to handle.
1-1 tie, third inning. Same time tomorrow, throw to first, not close. Dodgers 4.5 behind the Giants. The Tuesday of night baseball in Major League Baseball. Kind of redundant, but you get the idea. Headley on a 200 lifetime hitter against this tough lefty. 0-1 fastball up and in. Any home runs? Not one Padre on this team right now has ever homered off Clayton Kershaw.
Well, good thing Dino changed that.
Exactly right. Not a one coming in, not a single one. Rather remarkable. You hardly ever see that pitch in the dirt. Blocked by Ellis. 3-1. Now make it 2-1. That's the 16th home run Kershaw's given up in 193 innings now. And by the way, he's pitched more innings than anybody in the National League. Did you mention that before? I didn't hear that.
It's worth mentioning again.
Thank you very much. Snap throw to first. Not close. Ain't going to pull a Dave Campbell on me.
What? Drop the Polly want a cracker?
Oh, yeah. I told Scan. Super used to do that all the time when he and I worked together when Jerry was the manager in 1980, and Bob Chandler, of course, also. And if I repeated something having not heard Dave, as soon as I got it out of my mouth, he'd say, "Polly want a cracker?" On the air. Oh, brutal, I tell you. Throw to first again, not close. No, Polly don't want a cracker, Dave. I haven't seen Dave in a couple of years.
I haven't either.
Kind of retired from ESPN, lives in Colorado Springs with Diane. The girls are gone. They got grandchildren.
I know he's going on cruises. I ran into a friend of his during the offseason. Says, yeah, Dave's on a cruise over in Europe, so he's having fun wherever he is.
Always. 2-1 outside fastball. 3-1 to Chase as usual, working that count. Carlos Quentin on deck with 2 gone. Home run Denorfia. Home run Ethier. That's the 1-1 tie. What a beautiful night. Flags barely moving. It was hot today in L.A. 3-1. Foul back out of play. In on the hands, fastball to 94.
That's where they've been all night on Chase Headley. In. They are trying to get him to force him to get those hands out. And Clayton Kershaw, quite frankly, is one of the few pitchers that's been able to successfully go inside on Chase in the last month and a half. A lot of his home runs and a lot of the damage he's done has been on fastballs in. Pitchers thinking, hey, I can get in on this guy. Used to be able to. Not anymore. But then most pitchers don't have the same explosive fastball as Clayton Kershaw.
No conference out there with Ellison, his left-hander. (12-8), 2.85 ERA. Cy Young last year. You're the best pitcher in the National League, according to the Baseball Writers Association of America. They're the only ones that vote on those awards, all of them. Runner goes, 3-2 ground ball right at the bag, taken by Adrian. You know about him on the defense. He's right there on one knee, onto the bag, 3 unassisted. Headley is robbed. No runs. 2-out single by Forsythe. Padres lead the land on the 15th out of this ball game. Brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com. After 2.5. 1-1 time, middle game to 3. Back at you 7:10 tomorrow night. San Diego sports leader. X 1090.
This season is just getting started.
Padres baseball on San Diego sports leader X 1090.
On to the bottom of the 4th. Opportunity gone. Second and third, one away. Kershaw, like I said, no Hammond Eggert. Back-to-back strikeouts of Maben and Cabrera to lead those runners in scoring position. Now the 3-4-5 for the Dodgers. Gonzalez, Kemp, and Ramirez.
That was a gutsy call by Don Mattingly, but you know what? As we said, there's only one guy you can really do that with in Major League Baseball. You have to trust his stuff, and you have to trust his guts to be able to come up with a big pitch in that situation. It worked out.
Eric Stoltz, first time ever against the Dodgers. The former Dodgers. Curveball sitting on it and fouled it down the left field line. Woo! Adrian was very close on that. Strike one.
He was sitting curveball.
Oh, sure.
He saw 2 of them in his previous at bat, and this time he just said, oh, no, I'm going to sit on that thing. He was, but still, even when you're sitting on it, you just don't practice hitting 65-mile-an-hour big, slow curveballs.
Adrian flied to right. Hit it very hard. Maybe a sign, maybe not. Coming on back outside with the breaking ball missing. Check swing 1-1. He has lived in Mexico. He's lived in the United States. In Boston. Played in the Marlins minor leagues and Texas. Minors and majors, mostly minors. And what a blossoming there was in San Diego with this guy. This became a superstar. 1-1. Into center field. Base hit. Oh, he may be starting slowly with the Dodgers hit for that opening 3-run home run in at-bat number 1, but he is going to hit.
No question about it. The guy can flat out swing the bat, fastball inside. And that's really the pitch that he's been doing all the damage on. He hasn't done much damage as a Dodger, but when he has, it's been on the fastball on the inside part of the plate.
Here's Matt Kemp. Animated conversation between Adrian and Yonder at first base. Could be English, could be Spanish. They're both incredibly fluent and bright in both. Pitch to Kemp, outside, ball 1. And I mentioned yesterday that Adrian's with his teammates against his former team and teammates, but there aren't that many. I didn't know the exact number, but giving credit where it's due, Chris Jenkins of the UT said that 20 of the 27, that's it, gone from his teams. Only 7 left that he actually, Padres, played with, High fly ball, Kemp. On the 1-0. I don't think he got it. Maidman doesn't either. He's back well shy of the warning track and straightaway center and makes the grab.
Wow, you don't get away with too many of those. A fastball up and out over. Kemp gets a good swing on it, but just pulls off a little bit for the routine fly ball to center field. Hey, fans, subscribe to MLB.tv today to take advantage of new low pricing and see every remaining Padres out-of-market game live, online, and on your favorite devices in HD quality. Visit Padres.com to order and get more details. MLB.tv. Baseball everywhere.
Haven't mentioned any of the Dodger batters against Stoltz with other teams, because there's really not much there. Nobody's homered off him. Only 7 Dodgers have ever faced him. Hanley Ramirez is the only one that comes close to something to look at. 3 for 6 as a Marlin. Big deal. A couple of singles, a double. And this is Hanley Ramirez taking the curveball for a strike. 1-1 tie.
That's all Hanley's seen so far today. First at bat, 2 big slow curveballs, grounded him out. Now first pitch, big slow curveball, strike 1.
Eric Stoltz, 6 foot 225, lefty from Plymouth, Indiana, low. 1-1.
Padres baseball brought to you by Mission Federal Credit Union. Padre fans, what's your definition of success? Hit one out of the park with Mission Federal Credit Union. Count on Mission Fed for low rates and local service. Visit missionfed.com today.
Ramirez grounded out the shortstop. One shortstop to the other. Back in the second inning. Home run to Northia. Home run Ethier. That's the 1-1 tie. The 1-1 pitch is outside. The big fella, Magic Johnson, here 2 days in a row. He's as popular as ever. He hadn't played for the Lakers in a long, long time. What a wonderful guy. What a wonderful player. Curveball, swing and a miss. 2-2. People always were amazed by him. You know, that little smile on his face. He just loved it. He just oozed it. And I always thought, yeah, but what about the other guys? Why is Magic such a great story? Because he's got a big smile. He loves to play basketball and shows it. Shouldn't other guys do that? But he really did. Ate it up.
And still does. And still as gracious as ever. You see all these fans coming up in between innings. Takes every moment to sign an autograph, sign a jersey, give a handshake, give a hug.
I remember I was doing a Clipper play-by-play when the Lakers came in, that first game of his rookie year. And Kareem had a hook shot at the buzzer to beat the Clippers. And Magic just grabbed Kareem and a bear hug. And Kareem was like,
"You know what to do.
I don't hug, man. I don't hug. Get off me." A 1-1 tie, a 2-2 pitch, and a fastball foul ball.
But you know what? Magic Johnson changed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Absolutely.
He was very aloof, did not want to have anything to do with the press. very standoffish in most ways. And then once Magic joined the ball club and really showed him, hey, there's another way to do this. There's another way to ingratiate yourself to the fans, to the media, to everybody. I think it really helped Kareem towards the end of his career.
Boy, could he play. Both of them, actually, but Magic was one of a kind. 6'9" point guard. Oh, Kido. 2-2 pitch on the way to big curve. Dropped down to first and foul. Yonder was on it.
6'9" center, too, Ted.
That 1 year against
Kareem was down.
1 year against the 76ers, man. You bet he could play anywhere. Anywhere. Got a chance to meet him that year because I was working with Stu Lance, who now, of course, has been since then. After working with me on the Clippers, he got a legitimate job doing Laker color commentary for the last 20 years. And Stu introduced me to him that first year to Magic. He was just electric. Light up a room. 2-2 outside. 3-2.
Everybody clap your hands.
Well, 3-2, they've gone mostly off speed to Hanley Ramirez. That was the first fastball that he's seen all night. Up out of the zone, did not chase. Not surprised me to see him come back with either that changeup or the big slow curveball.
1-1 tie. Adrian Gonzalez, you know he has no speed. I mean, none. Held out at first by Yonder. Ethier on deck. Stoltz really slowing it down like Kershaw. 3-2. Curveball. Top foul. Third base by the Dodger dugout.
And Ramirez slowly making the adjustment. He did not look good on the first 4 or 5 that he saw, but now he's seen 6 or 7 of those curveballs and finally able to stay back just a little bit longer and get a piece of that one.
7-10 to close out the series. Third and final trip to L.A. this year. 3-2, ground ball, left side. Chase will go to get second, and back on the return throw will nowhere near be in time. Ramirez will beat it out. They get the lead runner, Gonzalez, 5-4 in the book for the second out here in this 4th inning. Ramirez, the runner on the fielder's choice, that guy Ethier. Ethier, enough already. Home run in the second to tie after Denorfia took a fastball a mile to left center. They didn't give any distance here. Understandable. They want to stick it to their guy Kershaw, but it had to be 430, 440. It was the longest ball I ever saw Denorfia hit. So the early 1-0 lead, now the 1-1 tie. Ethier 17th. They've extended him for $80 million. Curveball. Another first pitch strike on the hook. They had Kemp the big contract last year, Ethier this year. They inherit Adrian's $150 million left. The deal he signed with Boston. About $30 million left on the Hanley Ramirez deal that the Marlins gave him as their basic showcase guy going into their new ballpark. Outside to the lefty, from the lefty. 1-1. Now throw to first. One step, Adrian on the Ramirez now on the bag. Clayton Richard and Aaron Harang. Ex-Aztec, ex-Padre, now Dodger. Aaron's had a pretty good year. Stoltz. Never seen him this slow. In, swing and a miss on Ethier.
Well, one of the things that's going on is there's a lot of focus being put on every single pitch. Now, I'm not saying that you don't always do that, but certainly when you're facing a lineup that's as potentially potent as this Dodger lineup, there's a lot of guys that, hey, you've got to be careful. You've got to make sure that you're on the same page, not just with the pitch, but also the location.
Right-handed Cruz on deck if they get there with 2 gone. Tied at 1, 4th inning. Ramirez will draw another throw. 2 steps right on the bag. Boo, boo, boo. If their guy does it, it's terrific, smart. The other guy, boo. Or balk. Pick your B. Eric, the last time out, win number 5 against the Atlanta Braves. Atlanta, they're still talking wild card. They're not going to catch Washington, that's for sure. Timeout, just as he's about to release the ball. Hey, check the rule book. You can't do that, umpires, and you all do. Even a veteran like Darryl Cousins. I'm talking in the motion of throwing. Somebody's going to break an arm. Then maybe they'll review that and enforce the rule book. Ethier, fastball, foul back out of play.
Back-to-back fastballs in, trying to keep him off that off-speed pitch away, which he's hit for home runs his previous 2 at-bats.
9th inning yesterday, 2nd inning today. This guy's hitting 10 of his last 12 ball games. And he's got tremendous power. There goes the runner. There's the 1-2 outside. Yasmani, low throw, hit and tag, and not in time. Stolen base, Ramirez.
No chance for Yasmani. Good jump by Ramirez, who was going on first movement by Stoltz. And as soon as Eric Stoltz lifted his leg just a little bit, Ramirez was off. Tough pitch on a slider down low as well for Yasmani to handle.
17 for the former Marlin. His second as a Dodger among those 17. Runner in scoring position. I mentioned Ethier is the number 1 hitter on this club with runners in scoring position. Then it's Matt Kemp. 2-2 Stoltz. The curveball right back to him. Comebacker, front side of the mound. Running it more than halfway. Underhand flip to under. Got out of the jam. Left the runner in scoring position. Did it last inning with a runner at third. Here in the 4th with a runner at second base. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. After 4. 1-1 tie. Middle game of 3. San Diego sports leader is Padre Baseball on Double X 1090. 0-1, low and outside. Logan has singled and had a comebacker. 1 of 4 Padre hits. 2 singles, a double, and a home run by Northfield. Two gone on the 5th. Beach balls all over the place. Oh, that's something new here. 1-1 in the dirt. Mentioned the Padres' only other 18-10 August was 96. Remember that club blew that 5-run lead in the West was gone in June, and they needed that great finish to win it in 96, and they won it right here against the Dodgers in 96, clinching. When Trevor struck out Chad Curtis, strike 3, and the Padres are National League West champions. Check swing by Logan again. It's low, 3-1. That's the wave you hear coming to Lois and heading its way down the right field line. 3-1, low and outside, ball 4. Nicely done. Second walk for Kershaw. It's important. Keeps the inning going. Makes him throw more pitches and brings Chase Headley to the plate.
Fan Sunday, September 16th at 1:05 versus the Rockies is Lucha Libre Day at Petco Park. Come to the park for a special meet and greet and autograph session with El Hijo del Santo. English translation is the son of Del Santo. And Blue Demon from 11 a.m. to 12:30.
Kershaw to Chase, ground ball third base. Taken by Cruz to second base. They get Forsythe, and that's all. Padres get a walk. Leave a man. They've left 5. Through 5. Down to the bottom half of this 5th inning. A 1-1 tie. San Diego sports leader, Double X 1090.
San Diego's best gaming experiences. Plus, join the Players Club, and your first lobster buffet is free. Signing up is quick and easy. Details at ValleyViewCasino.com.
At the Dodger Stadium, Ted Leitner, Bob Scanlon, Padre Baseball. One more here. Off day Thursday. 1 of 4 off days in September. To allow Buddy to rest some starters. Do what he wants to do in that starting rotation. And then the Diamondbacks. Beer Fest Friday. Diamondbacks Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Cardinals next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. With rookie manager Mike Matheny. Doesn't seem quite straight when you don't have Tony La Russa in the Cardinal dugout. I guess we'll get used to it. Why not? Cruz takes a strike. Yep. First pitch curveball, Eric Stoltz. 1-1 ties.
Nor Dave Duncan.
That's true. Dave's had his wife's been very ill. He's taken a leave of absence. It's a ground ball in the hole. Base hit to left field. Cruz, 4 hits yesterday. Man, oh man, a career high yesterday and his first hit today, a 6-game hitting streak for his career minor leaguer. Great opportunity to play some third, and my gosh, he's doing it.
Well, these next 2 half innings are going to be interesting for both of these pitchers. Why? Because these are both usually the stumbling blocks for both players. For the 5th inning, for Eric Stoltz, ERA over the course of the season, a 7.36. And for Clayton Kershaw, it's the top of the 6th inning that gives him the most problem, with a 7.56 earned run average. So, good little testing time of the ball game for both of these hurlers.
Catcher A.J. Ellis, the walk-off hit, wins it yesterday in the 11th off Burns. High fly ball, deep left center, too high. Cameron's going to be with that all the way, and is shy of the warning track by a long stride, makes the grab. 1 away, and you get Kershaw next. The 5th inning brought to you by Subway. It's $5 after 5 p.m. You can join any regular footlong sub for $5 each when you buy 2 or more every day after 5 p.m. and all day Sunday. See store for details. Subway. Eat fresh.
Hey, Ted, you have a Lucha Libre mask, don't you?
I beg your pardon?
A Lucha Libre mask. You know, the Mexican wrestlers, the mask they wear?
No, I do not have a mask.
No?
No. I had my own mask years ago. It was quite frightening. Pitch on the way, runner going, fouled it back. Gee, they're not bunting, they're playing hit and run. Strike 1. Cruz back to first base. I had a long association with a car dealer, and they had put out these masks of me for one Halloween.
The Ted Leitner mask?
Yeah.
Big rubber mask?
And for homecoming at San Diego State, they distributed 30,000 of them, and all through the stadium. That's all I could see. I mean, kids were really scared. That was not a Halloween treat. That was a trick. Now they put the bunt on. Kershaw, let it roll. They do. Foul ball halfway up the first base line.
That decision by Yonder Alonso. Dave Marcus, our producer, has a Ted Leitner mask. Really? Do you bust it out every Halloween?
It's a collector's item.
He's nodding that he does.
It's a collector's item. Collecting on the bottom of garbage cans around the county. That's where they collect. It was scary. The eyes were punched out for the holes in the little string.
Scarier than the zombie.
So it really was very zombie because of the eyes missing. Yeah. During my controversial TV days. 1-1 tie. 0-2 pitch. Bunted at it, fouled it back. Strike 3. Big second out, 5th inning.
We don't see that too often. Clayton Kershaw not getting the job done, and Don Mattingly, as you mentioned, actually having the confidence to try to do the hit and run with them. And it backfires. Runner still standing up first.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the San Diego Padres, may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of the game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Diego Padres. 1-1 tie. Great ball game again. Mark Ellis, the lead man again. Pitch by Eric. That first pitch strike. Been getting in on the curveball, but this one is low. 65 miles an hour. Lefty set. Throw to first base. Gee, we got Don Mattingly here. No arguments. No brouhahas. Don's been run more than any manager this year.
Is he up to 6 now?
Yeah, it is. And the Dodgers, I mean, he's had some real, he's been suspended, fined. I mean, big arguments. The 1-0 in there, strike. I'm not talking Earl Weaver, you know, turning your cap backwards and going nose to nose, or Billy Martin kicking dirt on the umpire, that sort of thing. They've been genteel, but they've been very, very, what's the word? Hot, vociferous. Donnie, baseball. Two-out runner at first. Cruz, average speed. Fastball, foul back. Got that up and got away with it to Mark Ellis. The only team that had not had anybody thrown out was the Washington Nationals, and the other day, the kid, Bryce Harper, got thrown out. First national player, coach, or manager to be thrown out all year, so now everybody's had at least one. Congratulations.
Equal opportunity ejectors in this league, Ted.
Oh, some are more than others. Good heavens. The 1-2. Swing and a foul at the plate. Ellis alive. And then my favorite, the Elias Sports Bureau, when Harper got thrown, he's 19 years old. Came out, and they actually knew this. He was the, you ready, 9th youngest in Major League history to be thrown out of a game. And I took a deep breath and thought, who cares? But he was. He was. A guy named Frank Zuppo was the youngest when he was thrown out of a game in 1957 when he was 17, okay? Now you have the rest of the story. That breaking ball, foul back, alive. Ellis here with a runner at second and 2 gone. 1-1 tie, 5th inning.
Sumani Grandal going to go on a little chat with Eric Stoltz, trying to figure out how they're going to put away Ellis. Ellis had a double on a fastball out over in his first at bat. Then they came back with a slow curveball to retire him. And so far he's been fouling off fastballs and sliders during this at bat.
More conference. Now Everett Cabrera comes in.
And Chase as well. And what Chase probably wants to know is, hey, what are you guys going to try to go with here? Because it allows him to cheat a little bit in or off the line, depending if they're going to go with the big slow curveball or if they're going to try to stay with something hard away. Helps him position a little better.
If you missed it, DeNorfield leadoff home run, first pitch of the ball game. Ethier, 2nd inning, tied it up. That's it. You're up to date, 4 hits each. 2 slow workers out there, so you can't have a fast-paced game, but still a great game. Throw to first, right on the back.
Look at this picture. Look at this picture as a Santa, Ted.
That's my mask.
That's your mask.
See,
that's a handsome Ted Leitner.
Tell me, young though, very young, brown hair.
Yeah.
Brown hair. Tell me that wouldn't scare a toddler on New Year, on Halloween.
I see a lot of moms coming to the door asking who that is.
That's right. Curveball fouled on the third base side, right in the Dodger dugout. I'm sure that Master Stoltz is in his windup, man. That ball's going to go flying in the second deck. Mommy, I'm scared. Hold me.
Use this like a distraction. Did they have these up behind the goal posts at football games or basketball games or free throws or anything?
Just to the fans.
Okay.
Those were the days, I think. The 1-2 ground ball, Chase fouled third base. He was there, but the ball was fouled. Bottom of the 5th in Dodger Stadium. Celebrating its 50th year of MLB. They leave Brooklyn after the 57th season. Giants join them. Change the face of baseball forever. Nothing west of the Mississippi before then. 1-2. Popped him up. Coming on back. Foul out of play. Denver wouldn't even have thought.
Denver.
Back then. No Southwest baseball, no West baseball. Isn't that amazing? No Houston Astros, no Texas Rangers. The Brooklyn fans hated it. So did the Giant fans. But it turned out to be a great thing for baseball. Especially the way they've drawn here. Not so much in San Francisco. The 1-2. Trouble. Line right center field. Slice it away from Cameron. He'll cut it off and around and going to third. And being held there is Cruz. First and third Dodgers. 2 gone. Shane Victorino the batter. Heck of an at-bat by Ellis. You got to give him credit.
Oh, you have to. You got to tip your cap right there because Eric Stoltz made a bunch of good pitches during that at-bat. Tried fastballs in on the black. He tried sliders. He tried everything. He finally went with a changeup, and Ellis stayed right on it, lined it into right center field. That's a great 9-pitch at-bat to keep the inning alive.
Victorino, as mentioned, right-handed against this lefty. A sacrifice and grounded out. So technically 0 for 1. Almost 40-point better hitter this way, a natural right-hander. Stoltz delivering. Low ball 1. Corners, 1-0, fastball strike. This one coming back in on it with that curve, foul back out of play, 1 and 2.
Oh, that's the pitch that you want to have put in play. Good curve ball down and in. Gets an off balance out front swing on it. You're hoping for the ground ball out to your third baseman. Instead, he pops it foul.
Tim Wallach talking to his runner there. That's Cruz at third. Ellis at first base, held on by Yonder. Davey Lopes all the way back at the coaching box. Coming right back to double up with the breaking ball. It's outside. 2 and 2. 1-1 tie, 5th inning. Dodgers threatening. Stoltz battling here. Pitch on the way. Ground ball, shortstop, Everett. Short hop, underhand at second base. Forsythe on the cover to get force on Mark Ellis. And that is all. Great battles here. Great baseball. But Victorino comes up shy again. Hitless in the series so far. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left after 5. 1-1. Tied. Padre Baseball, San Diego Sports Leader, Double X 1090.
If you wear safety or slip-resistant foot, Padres Baseball on San Diego Sports Leader, Double X 1090.
The TUE, Carlos Quentin coming on here. The TUE grew up watching his Padres play in the TUE. And Jack Murphy in San Diego Stadium before that. Local boy does well, big time. 1-1 tie to the top of the 6th inning. Carlos, Grandal, and Alonso against Clayton Kershaw. Drafted by, developed by, and pitching for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Lefty's fastball is low ball 1. Carlos, couple of groundouts. I beg your pardon, 1 groundout and a strikeout. 6 strikeouts, 2 walks. That's Kershaw on the day. The 1 run, the Northfield home run. Total of 4 Padre hits. Fastball foul back. Had it past him, 1-1.
Sure, Q would like to get another shot at that one. A fastball out over was meant to be in on his hands. Kershaw left it out over the plate a little bit. Big swing by Q, just couldn't barrel it up.
Lefty deals. Swing at a foul tip held there by Ellis. 1 and 2. Homestand of Diamondbacks, Cardinals. They're dwindling down to a precious few. The 1-2 is outside. I can't tell you how thankful I am. From a broadcast standpoint, I know fans are saying the same thing. To have great, crisp baseball. Defense picked it up. Offense has gotten it going here the last couple of months. Thank you, thank you. 2-2 curve down the left field line. A laser beam into the left field corner. That will bounce into the stands off that little track in the 3-foot wall. Ground rule double. Here come the Padres. Carlos Quentin aboard in the 6th.
Boys, haven't seen too much of that. 2 strike mistakes from Clayton Kershaw, and on the breaking ball as well. That has been pretty much an out pitch for him tonight. Trying to throw it down and in, get Q to swing over, but he leaves it in the zone. Carlos gets himself into scoring position.
Grandal walking a single. Perfect so far here today. That 3-foot wall there. Shortest you're going to find anywhere. They have it down the left and right field by the foul pole. If you can pull it sharply, it's as cheap as it gets in the National League. Pitch to Yasmani, high and outside fastball at 93. He's maxed at 94. Lefty, arm straight up. Then chest level. Big curve, way outside. Lost that one, 2-0.
That was strange. That must have just slipped right out of his hand. Almost looked like an Ephus pitch, and you could tell as he was heading towards home plate, he just wasn't comfortable with that. He actually stopped his motion midway through, just kind of flipped it up there. And now A.J. Ellis is going to go out there and make sure he's okay.
I tell you what, when Vicente Padilla was here, he was throwing curves like that all the time. I don't mean 3 feet outside, but that's slow.
By design, yeah. He had the big old Ephus pitch where he was trying to get 20 feet of height on that thing to drop it in for a strike. That was not Clayton Kershaw's intent right there. That's one of those where you see a guy towards the end of his delivery just sort of stop and lob it in there. Oh, gosh, hope he didn't hurt himself.
Carlos at second, 2-0 fastball, strike. Max again at 94. What do we do without the guns in the old days? It's like replays at home or replays at an NFL stadium. You know, we can't have replays in MLB. The umpires will tisk and get huffy. So that's banned. But we become so used to it. It's amazing. Kershaw's 2-1. Line down the right side, slicing foul. Into the seats is foul. Way beyond the Padre dugout.
Yasmani trying to go opposite way. If he can get that ground ball to the right side, get Carlos over to third with less than 2 outs.
Two-0 leads and 2-0 and 3-2 yesterday. Dodgers tying the ninth, winning the walk-off with 2 outs on an 0-2 pitch in the 11th. That hurt. It was big for them, though. 2-2 fouled away again. Lower deck first base. Surgery on Tim Stauffer. Timmy, hope you're doing well. Surgery on that elbow. It's just, Tim from day one with a bad arm when he got drafted. That cost him a fortune. Only because he brought it up to the club. They didn't even know. And he admitted it. I can't take your money. I've got a bad arm. So he had a different offer. If anybody needed to get money and make it up and a nice career without injuries, it was Tim, and he's not been able to have it. 2-2. Squeeze, swing. That's going on the ground ball to second. Ellis. Just as good as the bunt, Yasmani. Got Carlos to third. 1 gone in the 6th inning. The tie-breaking run.
Nice job. Curveball inside. He's going to get high fives from all the boys down in the dugout, as he should. That is not an easy at-bat right there. You fall behind 2 strikes on Clayton Kershaw. And he's going to bring the nasty stuff to try to punch you out. And he does that little check swing on the curveball inside to make sure the ball gets rolled to the right side and get that runner over to third.
Alonso. Fly ball and his 33rd double, tying the all-time Padre rookie record. What a season. What a young player. First pitch, ground ball drawn in infield will freeze the runner at third. Ellis at second again. On to Adrian Gonzalez, 2 away.
First pitch slider.
Got him out in front.
Yep, that's trying to play off the aggressiveness of a young hitter. And although Alonso has definitely grown throughout the course of the year, still runner on third base against Clayton Kershaw, you're thinking, I got to get this guy in. I've got to get this guy in. You're amped up. You're ready for that 94. Get the little slider away, just a little out front.
Cameron Maben, right-hander, of course, with that 5-game hitting streak. Ground out, strikeout today. He has been literally unbelievable for the last 3 weeks. He and Venable, both 400 hitters over this last couple of weeks. First pitch swinging again, foul. Third base. This time, first pitch fastball. And I asked Phil Plantier about that. So I said, a lot of guys hate that first pitch. No, I'm good at that. I'm good. If you got a pitch that you like, I tell my guys to go after it. I don't care about that first pitch thing. That Ted Williams always take the first pitch. Phil doesn't buy that.
Well, especially against a guy like Clayton Kershaw, you take strike one down the middle. That might be the best pitch you're going to see the whole night.
Lefty stretch, fastball foul back. Heaters to Cameron, 0-2. Runner at third, 1-1 tie in the 6th inning. Good baseball. My theory is you got pitchers like this, you usually get good baseball. They have their off days, but normally batters are going to have to battle. You're not going to have a 9-8 game. Not going to have a 5-4 game either. What you have here is 1-1. Carlos Quentin at third. The 0-2. Slow foul back. And alive is Maben. Denarfia leadoff home run. Bomb to left center. First pitch fastball. Maybe the biggest no-doubter of the entire season. Ethier, that same spot to right center where he tied the game in the 9th. He tied the game in the second today. Maven swing and a miss. Fastball again, strike 3. It is Clayton Kershaw after all. 7 strikeouts. Lead double. Left that runner at third. Can't get the clutch hit. 5.5 gone. 5-1 with the Dodgers from Los Angeles. San Diego Sports Leader, XX 1090.
I want my MPG.
Dodger Stadium, Ted Leitner and Bob Scanlon.
Thank you very much. We got more Angel highlights than any station outside of Orange County. Are the Angels in a race game? I don't mean to be critical. And the Rangers, the Rangers are. The Angels?
Well, they were supposed to be from day one. Then they spit the bit, didn't they? Last I checked.
Pretty much. I mean, they still have semi-long shot wild card opportunities, but man, oh man, Yankees, Baltimore, great races. All that stuff. No offense to my friend Terry Smith there. Terry's a big Metafast guy, by the way. Terry lost a ton on Metafast. And then Mike Scioscia saw him in spring training and said, "Hey, what are you doing? Metafast." And then Scioscia lost weight. Then Lasorda saw Scioscia. Same thing. And so-and-so begat so-and-so begat so-and-so. It's in there for a strike. Which brings me to Metafast and a 1-1 tie here in the bottom of the 6th. Adrian Gonzalez, he doesn't need it. Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes. If you do, just call 888-9 Metafast in the morning. You get a free consultation. They may get you in tomorrow. Good chance of that. Tell them I sent you. They'll get you in, by gosh. Go to SanDiegoMetafast.com to find a center near you. You're going to eat every 2 to 3 hours, guaranteed. You're going to lose 2 to 5 pounds a week, and you're never going to be hungry with Metafast. At the Metafast Weight Control Centers in San Diego, Adrian, breaking ball outside, 1 and 2.
Now, your Metafast family tree, how many pounds do you think they've lost?
In the family tree?
Your Metafast family tree, yeah.
Oh, the Metafast family. Good heavens.
Yours.
You could make a David Letterman say a small Midwestern town.
I know you've shared with a lot of people.
With all those people.
Yeah.
It's outside again, doubled up on the curve. Then throwing Adrian that hook. Don't make a mistake. It saves lives. It makes people so much happier. How can you do better work than that, you know? Congratulations, Metafast. Goes you on it. Keep it up. 2-2, line to left. Got a chance. Base hit. Extra bases. Into the corner for Carlos Quentin to play the carom. Gonzalez is heating up. Single in the 4th and a double here leading off the 6th. Stoltz now. Got work cut out for him again. Pressure pitches.
Well, that's the 4th inning in a row that the Dodgers have gotten their leadoff man on. And so far, Stoltz has been able to scramble. He's going to have his work cut out for him one more time. And Adrian Gonzalez starting to heat up a little bit. He's getting some fastballs in or half and getting better swings on him.
I tell you what, if he gets one of his hot streaks in this month, they can beat the Giants. They can get a wild card at the very least. And they have others who know if he was to ever get hot, and Kemp and Ethier were even semi-hot, Hanley Ramirez, it's a monster lineup. Speaking of Matt Kemp, on Matt Kemp Jersey Day, here is the Dodgers center fielder. As I mentioned, when Victorino, as good as there is in center, plays left, because of Kemp in center, you got some kind of team and some kind of defense with Ethier. Gold glove quality in right. Brad Brock warming for my Padres. Stoltz delivering for them. Outside, ball 1 to Kemp. But come to think of it, and I should have thought of it before I shot my mouth off, from a programming standpoint, to get Orange County people listening to 1090 and get them into Padre baseball, having Angel highlights might be a good idea. There's a line drive base hit right field. Adrian will never score. Too slow. Wallach will hold him at third. Kemp with his first hit of the entire first 2 games. First and third, nobody out. Dodgers tied at 1. Look out, here's Hanley Ramirez.
Looks like Eric Stoltz is trying to get a little bit sneaky with that fastball. He's been away most of the ball game, soft, slow, retiring most of these Dodger batters. And now the last 2 batters, both Adrian and Eric Stoltz, he's trying to go fastball in, and he's gotten burned on it both times. And Yasmani Grandal having a little chat with him at this point.
One of the few guys that still are around, Chase Headley, having a nice chat with Adrian at third base. Adrian gives him a pat on the back. I'm sure congratulating Chase on being the National League Player of the Year. Player of the Month of August. Ramirez, ground out. Home run yesterday. Huge crowd and huge noise. Stoltz will throw to first. Boo, boo, boo. Kemp on the back. Eric, 2 gems, and look at him here in a 1-1 game. Bottom of the 6th, breaking ball hit down to third. Short hop chase. He's running him down. Adrian in the pickle at third and tagged by Yasmani halfway up that third base line. Oh, the defense. I love pitching and defense. And this Padre defense, which I got to tell you, stunk in April, has been fantastic of late. And part of what they've become here in one of the top 4 teams since the early part of June in Major League Baseball. Well done.
That is an absolutely huge out right there. First pitch, big slow breaking ball. The same thing they've done to Ramirez all night long. He has not been able to make the adjustment. He grounds out to Chase. And Adrian gets caught in no man's land. He's not really going on contact there with nobody out. But he doesn't go back to third base either. And Chase alertly realized that Adrian's just standing there. They get him in the rundown. Now you get the lead runner out. And you're still set up for the double play. Best of both worlds.
It doesn't get easier. It gets easier. Home run and ground back to the box. Hey, Chase, like I said to you in person before the game, so much fun watching you play baseball the right way, doing everything the right way, on and off the field. Thank you. First and second, the pitch. Curveball popped him up. He was looking for the first one. Going back out, Forsythe being called off by D'Onofrio, who makes the grab in very, very shallow straightaway right field. 2 gone after the Dodgers had first and third and nobody out here in the 6th inning. Stoltz, you are a battler, man.
And he got himself into trouble trying to get sneaky with the fastball into the first 2 batters of this inning. Gonzalez and Kemp both getting hits off him, but when going got tough, he went right to the big slow hook. 2 of them in a row, 2 outs.
Made Ethier yell something out. I can't read his lips. But he stood at home plate looking up at the pop-up and said, "Oh, son of a gun, golly gee.
Rats."
Darn it. Luis Cruz, literally their hottest hitter in this series. Eric comes set, pitch. Outside ball 1. Umpire flinched, changed his mind.
Now, for some reason tonight, he hasn't thrown Cruz very many curveballs. It's been mostly fastball slider, and Cruz has hit the ball hard.
Kemp at second. Ramirez at first. Curveball outside. 2-0. Every time they do that, Let's Go Dodgers, there's always enough Padre fans here to not drown them out, but make it sound like Let's Go Dodgers. I like that. Flags in center, not so much as a movement. Beautiful summer night. Post-Labor Day. 1-1 tie and a 2-0 pitch and a shot to center. Cameron with it all the way. He's coming in. What a job by Eric Stoltz. They go double single at the corners. Nobody out. He gets some ground ball, fly ball against one of the best lineups in Major League Baseball, and that's no exaggeration. He got Ramirez, Ethier, and now Cruz. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left after 6 innings. Ken Scam with you. Some kind of baseball in the second half of this season. Tied at 1 in L.A. San Diego sports leader, XX 1090.
Say hey, Padres. San Diego sports leader, XX 1090.
And off the tab.
XEPRS 1090 AM Rosarito, Baja California.
San Diego sports leader, XX 1090.
On to the top of the 7th. Eric Stoltz, Houdini, Mr. Magic. Talking to his teammates, smiling. There, Edison Volquez talking to Eric. Probably saying, "How'd you do that, man? How'd you get out of that?" Well, let me show you exactly what I did.
It's called a 65-mile-an-hour curveball, son.
That'll do it.
Good thing to bust out when the game is on the line.
Here are the 8-9 leadoff batters. Starting out with Everett Cabrera. Andy Perino, just back from Tucson, called up. He is on deck. Stoltz is done. Thinking about dropping a bunt. Lay it off. It's outside. Ball 1 to Everett Cabrera. One tie. 7 hits Dodgers, 5 Padres, 1 home run each. Swing and a miss Everett. Taking some bad hacks the last few days.
Well, he's gotten out of his patient approach that he had so nicely seemed to have mastered for a few weeks, where he was working the count, having 9 to 10, 11 pitch at bats at times. Now he's been swinging early.
He bunts it, fouled it back. He's a good bunter. Not then. 1-2.
I don't know why the change all of a sudden for Everett, but really he was doing such a nice job in that leadoff spot of working count, and then all of a sudden the last few games seems like he's been just a little too aggressive, going after a lot of early pitches, making a lot of quick, easy early outs.
Clayton Kershaw from Dallas, Texas, a former #1 draft pick, and they picked well. He's won 4 consecutive decisions against the Padres. Fouled off. At the plate, it stays 1-2.
Pitch number 100 coming up for Kershaw. If you're wondering whether you start to poop out after 100 pitches, the answer, no, not really. 100 to 125 pitches, opposing batters still only hit a .190.
1-2 on the way. Smash to third. Backhand cruise. That's the hardest ball except for Denorfia's home run that started the game. I'm surprised it didn't drag him into left field about 20 feet. That's the hardest ball I ever saw Everett hit. And he's made a perfectly timed leap. Backhand at third. 1 away. Man, oh man, the Dodgers. That was something.
Padres baseball brought to you by Hawaiian Airlines. Why drive all the way to L.A.? Take a non-stop wide-body flight to Hawaii from San Diego on Hawaiian Airlines. Hawaii flies with us.
Perino's going to be called back. Jesus Guzman is going to hit. Did not appear yesterday. I'm sure Buddy's thinking, I got nobody on. Maybe I can get somebody to hit one out of the ballpark and untie this thing. Guzman more likely to do that than Perino. Fastball, strike call.
That's exactly right. Perino is if you have a runner on base, try to handle the bat a little bit. Guzzi should go deep.
From your lips to God's ears. 253 hitter, 10 for 36 pinch hitter, 2 pinch home runs. Takes high a ball, 1-1. Lefty deals. 1-1 fastball outside.
Wow.
Yes?
It's been a tight strike zone tonight, Ted.
You don't think that's anything new, do you? Dale Thayer warming for San Diego. Pitching outside. Fastball to 92. Ball 3. 3-1 to Guzman. 1 away in the 7th. The incredibly shrinking strike zone over the last, more than 10 years of baseball. Lefty deals. 3-1. Fisted and foul. First base past the Padre dugout.
Well, I get it, but when you have a guy like Kershaw, who's a dominant pitcher in this era, and he's hitting a glove right on the corner, you can't get the call. That's a tight zone for a night.
Denorfia home run leading off. Ethier in the second. That's your scoring summary. 3-2 fastball. Swung out and missed, strike 3. 8 strikeouts. He's only had double figures twice this year. A dozen in interleague in Seattle against the Mariners and 10 against the Giants here.
With that 8th strikeout, now 200 for the season, and joins a pretty exclusive club, Ted. Only one of 6 Dodger pitchers got 200 or more strikeouts in a season 3 times.
Time called just as he's in the windup.
Pretty impressive names here. Sandy Koufax, Don Drysdale, Don Sutton, Hideo Nomo, and Fernando Valenzuela. You can add Clayton Kershaw to the list.
Fastball inside. We'll get your scoreboard here shortly. Denarfia, swing and a miss. Change up. 1-1.
Kershaw's done such a nice job tonight of using that slow curveball early in the ball game. Now he's changed the repertoire a little bit. He's using the sliders and the changeups a little bit more.
He deals to Chris Lowe. 2-0.
Oh, and still throwing 94.
That too. 7th inning. Tied since the 2nd. 2-0 taking outside 3-0. On deck Forsythe. He's got some pop. More a gap-to-gap hitter, but we've seen him go deep.
Oh, especially here in Dodger Stadium. He can turn on it and get it into the short seats down the left field line.
Now the 3-1 inside and low, ball 4. Third walk of the day for Kershaw. Here's Logan Forsythe as advertised.
Fans, this Sunday, September 9th, is Military Family Appreciation Day, presented by USAA. Join your Padres as we salute the families of the armed services. Get to the park early for a special pregame ceremony for the Pods take on the Diamondbacks at 1:05. Get your tickets now at Padres.com or call 619-795-5555.
No one up in the Dodger bullpen all night long.
Well, a little activity down there now. They're moving the chairs. Usually they have the chairs sitting right in front of the gates that open up. And they're getting ready to hear that phone ring.
Logan, a single, a walk the last 2 plate appearances. Denarfia at first, held on by Adrian Gonzalez. He'll draw a throw, reaching back with the hand, not close. The sea of blue because of the Matt Kemp Dodger blue jerseys, number 27, the giveaway today. By far the biggest crowd they've had lately. Throw to first. Not close. Matt Guerrier, right-hander, warming L.A. 2 gone. Chase Headley on deck. If throw to first. Just a lob. One more in this series. One more in this road trip. Denver, Colorado, Los Angeles, California. Kershaw delivering strike to Forsythe. Yankees lose to the Rays. The Orioles win again. What was a 10-game lead for the Yankees? It's a tie in the American League East. Now that's a major story for even for other than ESPN. The Yankee Network. Swinging a foul back. It came out of the glove of Ellis on the way to second. Throw down on Dino. Safe at second base. Tie-breaking run, scoring position. Yes, they've lacked the clutch hit, but they need just one to steal the ball game.
Well, that's a big slider in the dirt, and a great job of Chris Northrup of getting the secondary lead and paying attention, seeing the ball is going to be down, anticipating something in the dirt, because if he takes any split second to make that decision, he gets thrown out. That ball did not get that far away from Ellis. Heads up base running by Chris Northrup to get himself into scoring position.
That Baltimore win in Toronto, 12-0 Orioles. Good heavens, is Buck Showalter the manager of the year, the AL, or what? If he's not, Joe Madden is. 0-2 to Forsythe, pitch outside, fastball wasted, 1-2. Britton over Villanueva. Mark Reynolds, the former Diamondback, home run number 17 for Baltimore. Yankees lose in Tampa, 5-2. Cobb over Freddie Garcia. Rodney, 42nd save. This guy may finish with 40 saves and an ERA under 1, which has been done about, I believe, 3 times ever.
With the crooked hat.
1-2. Ground ball first base. I'm so glad you said that. it doesn't just annoy me, Scant. It makes me nervous. There's something I don't know what about it. Straighten your hat up, for heaven's sakes.
Well, what amazed me, the first time I saw him pitch as a rookie, Alan Trammell was the skipper of that Detroit ball club that he was up with, and I thought to myself, that's not going to last long. Tram is going to straighten this kid's cap out, and that's not going to last long. Tram is going to straighten this kid's cap out, and we won't see that anymore. But, hey, when you throw up 40 saves, I guess they let you wear your hat however you want.
How tough is that? Straighten it up. 1-1 tie. Denarf, your second base, 2 gone here in the top of the 7th. What a battle. 1-2. He tried to check. Couldn't. Fooled him. Struck him out on a high fastball out of the zone. Wanted in the chase, and Forsythe, young player, did. 9th strikeout. Ball game. Second this inning. What a matchup. Stoltz, the former Dodger, against the reigning Cy Young Award winner. Hard ball, man. Runner left in scoring position. Stretch time of the 7th. Tied at 1. San Diego sports leader, XX 1090.
Diamonds Limited sports leader, XX 1090.
Just singing. You always do this time. Yeah, about 7th inning. Take me out to the ball game. Big Dodger crowd, lots of Padre fans, always here, always. Driving up, taking the train to Union Station downtown, whichever. Can't think too many fly. Still tied at 1 since the 2nd inning. Dale Thayer will take over for that guy Stoltz. Man, oh man, has he been something. And
Great
he was
job.
something again today, was he not?
He sure was. Great job by Eric Stoltz tonight. Did a wonderful job of mixing his pitches. Almost got himself into a little bit of trouble that last inning, trying to get sneaky with the fastball again, but he goes back to that signature big, slow hook to get 2 big outs when he needs to. Does the Houdini trick getting out of the jam. Stranded the leadoff man the last 4 innings of his outing. Just a yeoman's effort.
So taking over a tie ball game into the Padre bullpen. Yesterday, Vincent Thayer himself to get 2 batters with 1 a strikeout. Then Lane, then Gregerson. They tied against Gregerson. Brad Brock looked terrific again after having some trouble of late, including in Denver. And then the rookie Corey Burns got the first 2 outs. Looked great. Then 3 straight singles. End of ball game. Pitch to Ellis. Way inside. Almost hit him. The number 8 hitter and catcher, A.J. Ellis. Their second baseman, Mark Ellis. Ball 1. Stoltz coming off the 6 innings. 5 hits, 1 run unearned against Atlanta. Before that, in Phoenix, 7 innings, 3 hit shutout ball. Fastball strike. 1-1. And today, Eric, 6 innings. 7 hits, 1 run earned, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, 1 home run. Wow. Thayer's 1-1 high. All fastballs so far.
Dale still throwing hard at this point of the season. 95 miles an hour in those last 2 heaters. 50th appearance. He's used to closing ball games, but he's done a great job as a setup man this year.
They got Mark Ellis yesterday, struck him out. Then a fly ball for Victorino, the only 2 batters he faced. Here he comes to A.J. Ellis. High, ball 3. Coming back there, strike. Fastball, 95 mph. Neither starter did that. Kershaw maxed at 94. Thayer now, 9-5, 3-2. Joey Thatcher up for the Padres. Finally back in Denver. 3-2. Ground ball in the hole. Backhand Everett. Throw across the body. 1 bounce. Safe at first base. Little things like that. There's no little thing. I thought he would get more on it across the body because we've seen him make unbelievable throws like that on less spectacular plays. Infield single. The slow-running catcher beat it out.
You know, Everett had an interesting decision he had to make there. He maybe could have gotten just a little bit more on it. He opted to try to get rid of the ball more quickly to get it over there. And had that ball been straight towards first base instead of just a little bit towards the right field side, he may have gotten him. But that force of Yonder to go a little bit towards right field to get that ball may have been the difference.
Adam Kennedy batting for Kershaw. Both starters fantastic. Foul back at a play. Left hand hitting Kennedy. Strike one. Kennedy, a .262 hitter. As a pinch hitter, 8 for 28. What does that mean? 285. Means pretty darn good. Bunting, third base, deadened it big time on the grass beyond the dirt cutout. Yasmani with a grab and a throw in time sacrifice. Ellis goes to second.
Wow, that's a nice sacrifice effort right there. Backdoor slider, not an easy pitch to get down. And he killed it perfectly in front of home plate to get his runner into scoring position.
Top of the order, Mark Ellis. And Ellis is all over the place here. With the bunt single by Ellis, or the single by Ellis, infield single, not bunt. 8 hits for the Dodgers, 5 for the Padres, 1 home run each. Denorfia, Ethier. Fastball, Ellis, strike called at 93. This one, swing, foul back. 0-2.
Not the first time tonight, though, that Ellis has found himself down 2 strikes in his last at bat. A 9-pitch at bat. He ended up winning the battle against Eric Stoltz on a changeup inside that he's able to line into right field. A little bit of different challenge against Dale Thayer throwing 95, though.
A.J. Ellis, slow runner in case it comes up play at the plate. He's at second. The 0-2 fastball is wasted away. 1-2. Bottom of the 7th. Now Dale's 1-2. Now fly ball, trouble right field. Slicing down the line. Fair ball by a foot. Maybe. Ellis will go to third. He had to wait. He waited, and the throw will come home. And at second base is Mark Ellis with A.J. Ellis at third. Stoltz had the battle when they started double single in the 6th. Now they got him second and third. 1 away in the 7th. Seeing eye all the way.
2-strike emergency swing, and just places it 2 inches inside the chalk. Nice job by Chris Denorfia to get to it in a hurry. Hit the cutoff man, and a throw went home. There was no play at home plate. And on that cutoff throw, it allowed Ellis, who saw the relay going home, to get to second base and stay out of the double play.
Big time trouble. Infield up all the way. Shane Victorino, left-handed, first time today. 0 for 3, actually 0 for 2 with a sacrifice, technically. 0 for 7 in the series so far, taking ball 1 away.
Now you have the catcher, A.J. Ellis, at third base with 1 out. Usually he's going to be going on contact. That's why Buddy has his infield in on the grass, of course, to cut down that run. But with a slower runner, you might be able to afford to have your middle infielders back just a few feet.
Second and third, 1 away. Fastball strike on the inside corner, 96. 1-1. Victorino, 2 at-bats all time against Thayer. Not much there for you. I will say he was 0 for 2 then. Batting now in a 1-1 tie. Hits 8 and 9 for the Dodgers against Padre pitching. Stoltz, a no decision. Time call. Infield in, a step away from the grass around the diamond. 1-1. Foul ball. In on him at 96. Yeah, that's easy to hit. What a battle. The Diamondbacks lead the first-place Giants 6-5 in the top of the 7th in San Francisco. Aaron Hill's got his 21st home run. Brandon Belt, second-year first baseman, his 5th for the Giants. Giants 4.5 up on these Dodgers. 1-2 into center field, a base hit. On the scores, A.J. Ellis, rounding and held there is Mark Ellis at third. Second base, on his way, falling down is Victorino. They got him in a rundown, but they're keeping an eye there at third on Ellis, and they let him get to second base. Blew the rundown. First time I've seen that in months, literally.
Ted, we haven't seen too many defensive breakdowns, but that was one right there for the Padres. Both outfielders, Cameron Maybin and Kristen Orpheus, standing there watching as the rundown is unfolding between first and second base. That's their responsibility to come in and try to help out backing up at second. There was nobody standing there. They had Victorino dead to rights all the way, and they let him off the hook.
Yep, they both arrived at second base after he had made a headfirst slide in when he was able to get past Forsythe and Yonder on the rundown between first and second. Here comes Buddy. Thayer is gone after the RBI single by Victorino makes it 2-1 Dodgers. Joe Thatcher, a former teammate of Adrian Gonzalez, is going to face him for the first time right here as a Padre-Dodger matchup. 2-1. Runners second and third as noted. Back at Dodger Stadium in a moment on a pitching change. San Diego Sports Leader. This is Padre Baseball, XX 1090.
A big
Adrian Gonzalez introduced, ready to go. Second and third Dodgers. A run home here to break the tie in the bottom of the 7th. Only one away. You know what they say, time to minimize the damage. Joe Thatcher missing such a huge part of this season. And then coming back on Sunday in Colorado. One batter then. Struck him out.
You know, one other thing that the Padres want to keep an eye on, Shane Victorino at second base. I think Mark Ellis was giving location out at second base. That's why Victorino had a pretty good swing on the fastball and then came back with another base hit on the fastball away.
Pitch to Adrian. Taken. Check. Strike. Called. He checked the swing. Called strike one. 0-1. Victorino, first hit of the series, wouldn't you know? I know, like, it's not how many, but when you get him, he just got his. To drive in his 50th 5-0 RBI between the Phillies and Dodgers this season. Big breaking ball. Foul back by Adrian. Third base. No balls, 2 strikes. Overall for Joe Thatcher, his 43rd appearance. Triple threes on the ERA. Mark Ellis at third. Victorino at second on his RBI single. Taking second on the throw home. And they blow the rundown when nobody covers second. But I've been singing the praises of this defense the last couple of months, and I won't change that based on one mistake. Brain lock on the outfielders. Breaking ball. Outside. Joe's slider, his best pitch. 1-2. I tell you what, give the credit to the Dodger crowd. They've made it a playoff atmosphere here. They've had a lot to be excited about. 1-2 on the way. Big rip. Oh, hung a slider, got away with it. Mercy. Adrian shaking his head, talking to himself. Look that up on the scoreboard, Scanner. Yo, Adrian. Hey, good one. Nobody's done that before.
We stayed away from the low-hanging fruit, didn't we, in San Diego?
We never did a Yo, Adrian.
Oh.
Headline writers maybe in newspapers, but not us. 1-2 on the way. Fouled out of play. Third base, second deck. Pitching change. Thatcher for Thayer. Brought to you by What After Labor Day. Perfect. The United Food and Commercial Workers. Local 135 in San Diego. The UFCW. United Food and Commercial Workers. I say again, a union that supports workers and the entire San Diego community. 2-1 LA. Adrian. 1-2 inside. Slider missing. 2-2. And like most, they give Adrian, a lot of right center because he'll go the opposite way. So Maven way to his right in the medium depth left center. Two big gaps, 2-2 breaking ball. In the air to left field, drifting over Carlos Quentin. This could score a run. Tagging Mark Ellis to catch by Q. The throw by Q. Cut off. The Dodgers get another run. Sacrifice fly, Adrian Gonzalez. 3-1 Los Angeles. Runners charged to Dale Thayer.
Carlos did all he could. He got behind it nicely, caught the ball over his right shoulder, got the throw off quickly and kept it low, but there's just not too much you can do when you're that deep and you have a speedy runner at third base. Only option, Chase Headley to cut that ball off. Now the Pods trail by 2.
Padre Baseball brought to you by Permadontics. If you need a dental implant for whatever reasons, with gaps in your teeth or bridges or pain, and you can't eat what you want, you're, self-conscious about your smile. Hey, problem solved. Permadontics at permadontics.com. Get your consultation. Pick up a date for a seminar coming up. It's also free. See what amazing work they do there. I've seen it. Now you will. And you'll have the procedure one day. All the work is done. Brand new permanent set of teeth. At permadontics.com. Buddy Black out and into the bullpen. Dodgers score 2 here in the bottom of the 7th. Have a runner at third as Victorino goes there on the throw home, though it was cut off. 3-1 Dodgers. Back in a minute. 7th inning. San Diego Sports Leader XX 1090. A big thank you.
Diego Sports Leader XX 1090.
Brad Boxberger just called up again. Matt Kemp waiting on him. 3-1 Dodgers. 2 runs home in the 7th inning. RBI single. Shane Victorino, sacrifice fly. Adrian Gonzalez. Coach Victorino got his 50th run batted in. Adrian has his 9th as a Dodger, 87th on the year. Kemp, ground ball, fly ball, single against Eric Stoltz. You talk about pitching well enough to win. Give me a break. 6 innings, 7 hits, 1 run on the home run by Ethier. That tied it in the second after DeNorfia had the lead off the game home run to give the Padres their run and the 1-0 brief lead. Boxberger, strike to Kemp. 4th time that Brad's been up in this season. Swinging between here and Tucson at AAA, the T-Pods. As you know, in the Matt Latos deal with Cincinnati, all of those guys have hit the majors this year. Right-hander set, pitch, fastball outside, 1-1.
And the Padres calling up several players. Anthony Bass getting reinstated off the 60-day DL today officially, even though he's been with the ball club the last couple of days. Already mentioned Andy Perino being recalled. Ali Solis had his contract purchased from AA San Antonio. So he's getting his first taste of the big leagues, and Brad Boxberger recalled.
1-1. Strike. Good slider after the 2 fastballs, 1 and 2. Kemp shaking his head now. A lot of head shaking.
It's been a little inconsistent on that outside corner, both ways.
So they lead my Padres. Diamondbacks lead the Giants. The Dodger fans would love to see that hang up there and stay up there on that scoreboard. Hits his fastball away. 95 miles an hour, 2-2. Brad's last outing August 18 before they sent him out. That was against the Giants, by the way. In Petco. Victorino a second, 2 gone. Bottom of the 7th. Pitch outside again. Breaking ball. Slider, 3-2. Loose Kemp, Hanley Ramirez on deck. New ownership, Los Angeles. New ownership, San Diego Padres. Had not been a dull season, that's for sure. Last year, the Astros changed hands. (3-2). Got him with a slider. Swing and a miss. What a beautiful pitch there by Brad Boxberger. Kemp, who had singled his last at bat, the only hit of the 2 games for him. Their cleanup batter is struck out. 2 runs, 3 hits, a runner left in scoring position at second. That's Victorino. 3-1 Dodgers after 7. San Diego Sports Leader, XX 1090.
On my journey to help save people money on car insurance. options. Once they understand the law, we help them make intelligent decisions.
Baseball on San Diego Sports Leader XX 1090.
Chase Henley will lead off here for the boys, the National League Player of the Month of August, and all of that league. And Miguel Cabrera gets the same honor for the Detroit Tigers in the American League. What a month. With 10 home runs, 31 ribbies. Incredible. 3-4-5 batters against Matt Guerrier. Pitched on Friday against the Diamondbacks. Lost the ball game. Just came back on August 30 for that right elbow tendonitis he had. Pitched to Chase, left-handed for the first time today. Outside, ball one. 3 runs, 10 hits, Los Angeles. 1 run, 5 hits from the boys. And yours. Chase 0 for 3. How rare. 6-game hitting streak on the line, his latest. He's had 2 in double figures this year. In there, strike 1-1.
Guerrero missed most of the season with that elbow tendonitis that you mentioned, Ted. Fastball, slider, changeup. Throws a lot of sinkers.
Chase lines one into right field. Over the leap of Adrian Gonzalez, a base hit. I said he was hitless. That can't go on. The guy is a hit a day, for heaven's sakes, or more. The 6 ribby day on Sunday in Denver. 3 yesterday. Hey, the tying runs come to the plate. It's got big biceps. He is Carlos Quentin.
Padres baseball brought to you by the San Diego County Toyota dealers. San Diego County Toyota dealers. We've got what it takes.
Kershaw, 7 innings, 5 hits, 1 run earned, 3 walks, 9 strikeouts. A home run allowed to Denorfia. A bomb to left center, a first pitch of the game. Ethier ties in the second. Carlos, high fly ball, didn't get it. Step back, and then Victorino coming in, makes the grab. 1 away. Yasmani Grandal. If there's a date you want to note on your schedule, this is a date for you. And keep in mind the time has been changed from a 1 to a 5:30 game, which gives you more time to do what you want to do that afternoon, and then be there for Jerry Coleman Day. Honored by this franchise for 70 years in baseball, 40 with the club. Manager 1 year, broadcaster all the others. Be there 30 minutes before on the 15th of September, Saturday, 5 o'clock for the 5:30 start to honor Colonel Gerald Francis Coleman Jr. Tickets at Padres.com. Breaking ball inside, ball one. To Yasmani. Grandal. I was on the USS Midway with about 500 San Diegans honoring Jerry and former Governor Pete Wilson Thursday night, giving those two the Midway Patriot Award. High fly ball, Yasmani. That's going a long way. Did he tie the ball game? Deep right center field, ball going, ball gone. Yasmani Grandal. All the young players. I'll say it again. Best group of young players in Padre history. This ball game is tied at 3 as Headley will score. It'll be tied as soon as Yasmani grounds here, rounding third. Fist bump from Hoffman, and a 3-3 ball game. 8th inning. Struck the air out of Dodger Stadium. What a bomb.
That is a timely momentum turner as a backdoor pitch, trying to go to the outside corner, carried right back over to the inner third, and Yasmani jumped all over it. No better way to respond after you drop 2 runs to come back with 2 of your own.
Got a baseball out there in right center. Somebody threw the home run back, so just as Guerrier was going to deliver, they called time.
Yeah, that 2-run blast around the diamond is sponsored by Daniels Jewelers, and for every Padres home run, the Daniels Jewelers family will donate $1,000 to local charities helping children. Daniels Jewelers, making diamond dreams come true since 1948.
Grandal number 7 in the rookie season. The breaking ball is high to his countryman and friend. Yonder, Alonso, ball 1.
Wow, did that restore some order, Ted?
Rushed. 1-0, swing and a miss. Way in front of the slider, 1-1. Yonder, 1 for 3, a single in the middle at bat against Kershaw in the 4th. Guerrier gives up only his 2nd home run of the year, but again, he's had, with an injury problem, not even double digits in innings. Strike. 1-2. Extras again, you think? Es posible. We shall see. 1-2 with one away. Maven on deck. Breaking ball is low. 2-2. Just amazing game. You're up, you're down like a season. It's incredible. Or like, I don't know, life. Pitch outside. Sliders, all of them, 3-2.
I don't think there's any other game that represents life better than baseball.
It's unbelievable. It just is. You're doing great. Everything's great. I'm 0 for 30. I just gave up 3 home runs for the second start in a row. It's just amazing. Unlike any other sport. And you got to play it at the highest level. 3-2. Blowing outside, ball 4. Bluebirds all over Guerrier and the umpire.
Well, Guerrier trying to go with that backdoor slider again. He already got burned with it for the home run to Yasmani Grandal. Thought that he could catch the outside corner against Yonder. Doesn't get the call. And now he puts the go-ahead run on base with that same pitch.
Cameron, overdue Maben. Big 8 August. I mean, compared to Chase, nobody had a great one, but he had a magnificent one, as did the red-hot Will Venable. Will played yesterday, had a hit. Did not start, of course, against the left-hander Kershaw. Denorfia again after Denorfia got in because of the knee problem with Carlos Quentin yesterday. Easy lob to first, run on the bag. 3-3. Padres hits 6 and 7. Single Headley, home run Grandal here in the 8th inning. What baseball? Pass ball low to Cameron. Ball 1. So again, Tampa beats the Yankees 5-2. Despite Cano's 29th home run, Longoria had his 10th. B.J. Upton is 18th. And Baltimore beats Toronto 12-0 to tie after being down by 10 big ones in the American League East. You hear that spinning, Ken Scan? 1-0. That's right. That's Steinbrenner. That spinning noise you hear?
Yeah, I know. He's turning underground.
Oh, my gosh.
That's the thing that's just as amazing is not only the collapse by the Yankees and to the Orioles, but the fact that there's been no firings coming out of Yankees front offices yet.
Wait. Those are his kids, after all. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Got fooled on a cutter away. 1-2 from Guerrier. Gurrier.
Well, under the old man, there would have been a firing 5 games into that slide.
Would have been execution. The old John McKay at USC. What do you think of your team's execution? I think it's a pretty good idea. Right-hander set. 1-2, ground ball third base. Fast runner, run Cameron, run. Charging Cruz, grab, throw, and got him. Two gone. Cruz kind of came up limping after that play. That gets Alonso to second on the fielder's choice. Big at bat here, Everett Cabrera.
Padres baseball brought to you by McDonald's. McDonald's, many locations open late, some 24 hours. I'm loving it.
Here comes Don Mattingly. Get the left-hander to move Everett around to the right side. 8th inning, 2-run tying home run by Grandal. Man, oh man, clutch. Big time. That's the thing about Chase Headley with all those numbers and stats. They make your eyes roll back in your head, but those 31 RBI in August, 11, either tied or brought his club ahead. That's what matters. And Chase was clutch. Pitching change for the Dodgers in the 8th inning.
Choate and Kotze's on deck.
Choate, Choate, acquired with the Hanley Ramirez package from the Marlins in the trade that preceded the huge one with Boston. 21st appearance with the club and a 3.52. Everett is 0 for 3, 1 for 8 in the first 2 games. Right-handed as he was against Kershaw, taking bad swings and a miss. 1-1. Jumping out of his shoes, over anxious. The Giants have tied the Diamondbacks. No more 6-5 Arizona in San Francisco. 6-6. Giants score in the 7th. Now they're batting Arizona top of the 8th. 4.5 game lead. San Fran. Great race. 1-1. Right down the middle. Strike. 1-2. 6'1" lefty from San Antone, Randy Choate. College ball, Seminole. He's a Florida State guy. Runner off second, the 1-2 pitch, foul back.
Staying hard in on Everett. Fastball's in and also trying to set up that slider back foot.
Choate wears number 50. Adrian, when he came here, got number 23. Because it is not retired. But it's been worn by some good ones, like, I don't know, Kurt Gibson wore number 23. Hit a rather dramatic home run for them one time, as I recall, against Eckersley. That worked out well. The 1-2 is inside, 2-2. Trying to think who else. Don Sutton, I believe, was 23. Claude Osteen was 23. The mention of Abreu, of course, couldn't get his 53 from his career with the Phillies and Houston because of the retired 53 for Double D, Don Drysdale, the late great. He and Koufax together. Ooh, what a pair. Alonso at second base. Everett taken low and inside. Now he's working the count again like we've seen him. To 3-2. Mark Kotze into the on-deck circle as the pinch hitter if they get there in the 9 spot. That would be for Boxberger. 3-3 tie. You know, also was 23. Don Zimmer. Zim, when he played third base for the Dodgers.
That's my first big league manager, Don Zimmer.
Yeah, man, he was number 23. Good little third baseman. 3-2. Going outside. Great job by Cabrera. Ball 4 to keep it alive here in the 8th inning. You tied. Heck, you might as well try to go ahead, and they're going to try that right now with Mark Kotze staying the course with the left-hander, Randy Choate.
Nice to see Everett show a little bit of patience in that at-bat, staying off the slider down and in after chasing the first 2 of the at-bat. Made the adjustment, said, I'm not going to chase that one anymore, gets himself on base. Now he gives Mark Kotze a chance to put across the go-ahead run.
Kotze came in yesterday with a ground out and a strikeout after coming into right field on a double switch by Buddy. 3-3. First and second, 2 gone. Choke to the lefty. Way outside, ball 1. Mark Kotze, one of the best, the ageless one. Foot speed, that speed, it just stays with him no matter what, it seems. 1-0 pitch way outside, being real careful with him. The 2-0.
Well, that makes sense. And if you're Mark Kotze, you're thinking the same thing. He's smart enough to know, look, they're not going to try to probably come inside on me and make a mistake inner half that allows me to pull it down the right field line. The other thing he's probably doing is checking off the slider because he says, hey, Choate's not going to throw me a slider for a strike, most likely. Probably going to be hunting fastball away.
35-year-old lefty Randy Choate. 36-year-old lefty at the plate, Mark Kotze. Yonder at second, Cabrera at first. Dodgers get 2 in the 7th. The boys get 2 in the 8th on one swing by Rondal. 2-0. Check. It's a strike call. 2-1. The Nationals beat the Cubs 11-5. Edwin Jackson, the winner. Six home runs, including 2 more by Adam LaRoche, who had 1 yesterday. Their first baseman. You're talking about getting your most out of your buck on LaRoche. He's got 27 home runs, and he's not a big buck guy. 2-1, ground ball first base, hugging the line. Great stop by Adrian. He flips, head first live by Kotze. The ball got away. Guy called him out. Didn't get away. What was he waiting on? Kotze just takes his helmet and bangs it off the ground while he's sitting on the ground. Buddy Black's coming out, and I wondered, what is Jim Wolf waiting on? Adrian made a great sliding backhand. Well, that's Adrian. You know that. Multiple Gold Glover. He flipped it kind of nonchalant. And then reaching down, Kotze had a head first slide. On the first replay, it did look like choke. No, it didn't. On the second one, I take it back. His hand is on the bag, and then he steps on it. After waiting, maybe wanted to see if Choate still had the ball. He did. He called him out. I thought he was safe. So did Buddy Black. That was only absolutely huge because the go-ahead run would have scored on that play. Oh, the umpiring. It's amazing. 3-1 on the play. First angle showed I didn't think so. Second angle, left hand of Kotze and the head first slide was on the bag before the foot of Randy Choate. Never going to be changed. 2-run home run by Grandal to tie to the bottom of the 8th. 3-3 in game 2. San Diego Sports Leader, XX 1090.
On 5th Avenue, and Ted Leitner and Bob Scanlon.
In a 3-3 tie. Whoa, baseball. Back to back. Great games. Despite losing, it was a great game yesterday. Now the trick is get a great game and win the sucker. 3-3. Brad Brock, fantastic yesterday after speed bumps the last couple of times out, delivering a strike to Hanley Ramirez. Bottom of the 8th. Strike 2 to Ramirez. Followed by Ethier. Then Luis Cruz, the third baseman. Dodgers have been running through third baseman forever, like the Mets used to. Well, they literally, in the 80s and 90s, had a new one each year. Outside on the fastball, 1-2. Mentioning Don Zimmer, who was the coach, of course, on the Padres staff when they first started, early on. And when I was a kid, vending at the Polo Grounds, the early Mets teams, Zimmer played for those guys.
So you got a chance to see Zim play.
Yeah, man. The 1-2. Low and outside.
I got called up to the Cubs, and I was in the bullpen in place of Mike Hartley, who hurt his arm. And they told me I was only going to be up there for a couple of days, but they thought Hartley was going to be able to come back and make this start. And then they realized he wasn't. Zim had me go out and throw a simulated game in Atlanta. See if he liked what he saw.
2-2 fastball just inside, full count.
And he has me throw that simulated game, and he goes, all right, you're starting on Tuesday, but don't throw any of those split fingers. Well, split finger was my second best pitch at the time.
You know, Zim is an old school guy. Fastball, curveball, changeup, never mind the split thing. The 3-2, swing and a miss, fastball, strike 3. Ramirez, 0 for 4 on the day. Brad Brock yesterday, man, oh man, in the 9th, strikeout, ground out, strikeout. Here's Andre Ethier. Boxberger, one batter, strikeout. Thatcher, one batter, sac fly. Thayer, third of the inning, 3 hits, 2 runs. When the Dodgers scored their 2 in the 7th to go up 3-1. One swing by Yasmani Grandal following the lead single by that guy, Chase Headley, in the 8th. That's where we are, 3-3. Ethier didn't face Brock yesterday. Brad's fastball was just outside, ball 1. Zim used to do that with weightlifting all the time when he had the Tampa Club.
Didn't believe in it, huh?
Nope. Bunch of nonsense. You get too, and maybe he's right. Oh, and you get too tied up. You get too tight. You can't get the flexibility. Get that inside pitch, and you get too muscular. Maybe you get hurt too much. Maybe Zim has something there. Inside 2-0.
Well, my first few years with the Phillies organization, they were forbidding weightlifting as well.
I think a lot of teams, after all the study, like the ball club, as the Padres are doing, may just limit a lot of that weight stuff. It ain't football. It's baseball. Duh. 2-0. Ground ball right side, right to Forsythe. Ethier retired. Forsythe to Alonso. 2 gone in the bottom of the 8th.
Nice changeup by Brad Brock. He's really done a nice job the last 2 nights of using all his pitches. His fastballs looked explosive, and it looked like he was reaching a little bit of a plateau there where he allowed run 5 runs in his previous 4 outings. And you thought, gosh, maybe just the length of the major league season is catching up to him a little bit, but maybe catching a little bit of second wind here the last couple nights.
The Pirates actually win a game for a change. They beat Houston 6-2 behind Wandy Rodriguez. Strike delivered. Fastball at 94 by Brad.
On the black.
Pirates 11 out. You better start thinking wild card. I'm sure they already have. Brad deals. Fastball foul back. Got on the hands. The Rockies hurt Atlanta big time in Turner Field. 6-0 Rockies. Torres over Tommy Hanson.
Ted, you don't think the Pirates are just trying to stay above 500 at this point?
They are, indeed.
I mean, honestly.
I know.
They went from 15 games over 500. Now they're about 5.
Yeah, but still with 2 wild cards, they got a shot. 0-2 outside. Cincinnati beat Philadelphia 2-1. Latos wins his 12th. Matt is 12-4. Beat Kyle Kendrick. Aroldis Chapman saved number 35. 3-3 here. 1-2 there. High fly ball left center field. On the move is Q. He's there. Medium depth left center to make the grab. Brad Rock. 1-2-3 yesterday. 1-2-3 today. After 8 full. Tied at 3. Ted Scan with the Los Angeles San Diego sports leader. Double X 1090.
I've always been.
For the Padres, Brad Rock and Dale Thayer yesterday. Back out here today. For the Dodgers, Randy Choate and Ronald Belisario out yesterday. Now it's Belisario in the top of the 9th. 3-3. Belisario yesterday, 3rd of an inning, 1 hit. That was the single by Headley. Not against Choate, but against Belisario. They put the Padres ahead 3-2. Couldn't hold that lead after the earlier 2-0 lead in the first. On the home run by Chase. Couldn't hold that. Today, different story. Got to hold it. Or in this case, break the tie. Will Venable. Batting for Denorfia. Top of the order. Pinch hitter. First pitch inside, ball 1.
Belisario fastball 91-96. Slider changeup. Even throws the changeup hard. He'll throw that 86 to 88 miles an hour.
Will had a first inning single yesterday. Strikeout on a walk before he was hit for. Similar lefty righty thing. Ground ball right side. Ellis at second base. On to Gonzalez. 1 away. One thing Will hasn't done this year. Stronger with the bat than he's been. Strong defensively after a subpar April defensively. Hadn't been a pinch hitter worth anything. Just can't do it. 1 for 22 now. Yowza. Here's Logan Forsythe. You pick the uniforms now. Get the game, man, and watch it. Verizon presents 90s Night on Friday, September 14. Watch Padres on their 97 pinstripe uniforms when they play the Rockies. Get to the park early for the 90s theme party starting at 5. Ball game at 7:05. Fireworks after the game on Friday, September 14. 7:05. Padres.com. Strike. Fastball. Logan Forsythe. Single in 3 tries and a walk. Asking for time. Something again has come out of the stands out there. A lot have gone, a lot have stayed so far in this crowd. Okay, school's in. Work, all that stuff. Understand? Fastball strike. 0-2. Milwaukee beats Miami 8-4. Low overdone. Giancarlo Stanton, number 30 in the losing cause. That big guy can hit. Fastball outside the Logan. The umpires in the stands thought he had him. No. Cardinals beat the Mets 5-1. Jaime Garcia over Harvey, the rookie. 5-1 St. Louis. Also in wild card consideration, those Cardinals. Chase Headley on deck. 3-3 ball game. 1 out, 9th inning. Fastball up the middle. Ellis to his right on the edge of the grass at second. Grab, throw, out by a step. 2 gone. The Angels beat Oakland 6-1. Greinke over Parker. Cleveland over Detroit 3-2. Former Aztec who played for Tony Gwynn, Justin Masterson, the winner over Porcello. Chris Perez saved number 34, Miguel Cabrera. Counterpart to Chase is the American League Player of the month of August, his 34th home run. Swing to Chase. Swing and a miss. Cut fastball, strike 1. In the Dodger half of this 9th, 8-9 leadoff batters. That would be A.J. Ellis, hitter for Belisario, and Mark Ellis, the leadoff guy. Minnesota kills the White Sox 18-9 in Chicago with no home runs for the White Sox. and 2. That's all. 2 for the Twins. Scored 18 runs. Chase, another swing and a miss.
Give me some ugly line scores for some pitchers in that one, Ted.
Yeah. Chicago began today a game up on Detroit. And Tom Lasorda met him in the clubhouse the other day and said, hey, I've had that. I've had a heart attack. Look, here's my pacemaker. There's many ways to cure this, Kenley. Relax. You'll be okay. And it meant a lot to him that Lasorda made that visit. Get his mind at ease. 1-2. Ground ball. Shortstop heading plate perfectly. Grabbing Ramirez. And the throw, Chase Headley. Third out here. The 1-2-3 against the top third by the right-hander Belisario. Not good yesterday. Very good today on 3 ground ball outs, keeping the ball down to the bottom of the 9th. 3-3 in Dodger Stadium. Middle of 3, 7-10 tomorrow again on the San Diego Sports Leader XX 1090.
Sports Leader. Sports Leader XX 1090.
Padres baseball brought to you by GTM stores for up to 70% off HD TVs, DVDs, electronics, furniture, supplies, groceries, designer fashions, and more. Visit GTM discount stores in Santee and Lemon Grove. And click GTMstores.com for weekly specials and valuable coupons.
Will Venables in right. A.J. Ellis at the plate. I know. Deja vu. He won it with a walk-off yesterday in the 2-out single in the 11th inning. Brad Brock hitting number 2. Strike on a fastball right down the middle. Bobby Abreu, veteran pinch hitter on deck. 0-1, ground ball, shortstop Cabrera. Nice big knee-high hop. His throw right in the bag, one away. Bottom of the 9th. It's great stuff, man. Andy, we had a schedule where we rotate myself and Andy Mazer and Bob and Jerry Coleman.
Pinch hitter for the Dodgers, number 12, Bobby Abreu.
And Andy's on the schedule tomorrow. I want to talk him out of it. Hey, I don't know what am I going to do?
Too many exciting games here.
I want to sit and watch the game. I want to broadcast the game. Here's Abreu. Baseball's too good right here. And I just love those Dodgers for so many years. Oh, of course. John Eli, the right-hander, warming for the Dodgers. Brad Brock, Freehold, New Jersey. Monmouth County boys, Central Jersey, as they call it, the Jersey Shore. We got the beach, they got the shore. It's outside, ball 1. Abreu grounded out in the 9th inning yesterday. 1-0, low. Just called up from AAA to send him down there. Designated for assignment. DFA, as they say in baseball. And then he'd accepted assignment to AAA Albuquerque. Them Isotopes. Hurt his ankle, only played 5 games. They called him up when rosters expanded. Get that extra veteran pinch hitting bat, but he's not going to get a start, they don't think at all, with that 4 deep outfield they have. Even with no Tony Gwynn, who is still in Albuquerque. Fastball outside by Brock, 2-1.
No, he's here for one reason, and this is the reason, to try to win a ball game coming off the bench.
3-3. Left-handed batter and a 2-1 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Pulleth the stringeth. 2-2. Good pitch.
He has a good changeup. Now, he also had a split finger in spring training. And Brad decided to put that one on the shelf. He said, why am I working on both of these pitches? They're very similar, about the same velocity, same action. In fact, yesterday, his changeup was off the table so much. I went up to John Baker and I said, hey, did he start throwing that split again? He goes, no, those are changeups. Just great action on them.
When Bob says splitty, you know what he means. 2-2 inside.
The split finger.
The split finger fastball. But so cute. Splitty is so cute. Sounds so harmless. Try to hit it. Not so cute. I mean, even Tony Gwynn had trouble with the splitter. And that's our benchmark around here.
That was the only way I got him out.
No. But you could throw hard. And a fastball. 3-2. Low, ball 4. Ouch. 1-out walk. Potential winning run aboard. I assume they'll run for Abreu. Big slip. Actually, Bobby Abreu, despite his age, has always been an excellent base runner. He could even be a base stealer. I mean, in the last few years, he's been a 20 stolen base guy in his mid-30s. So, no, they won't have to run for him. Mark Ellis, good man with the bat in the leadoff spot. 3 hits today, 2 yesterday. Double single today. Brad Brock set pitch in their strike. Dodgers have had walk-off wins Sunday against Arizona. Gonzalez double. Yesterday, 11th inning. Ellis 2-out single. They had not had back-to-back walk-offs since 2010, for heaven's sakes. None last year, none this year. Now they're looking at 3 if they can win it outside 1-1. See what the Padre bullpen has to say about that. Talking about walk-offs, you're talking about Cincinnati and Oakland. They've done that so much. Brock said a little below the belt, the 1-1, a high fly ball to center field, deep but playable for Cameron Maben. He's with it all the way, backing up, calling, catching. 2 gone. Abreu back to first. Victorino, who drove in one of the 2 runs in the 7th when the Dodgers took a 3-1 lead. We're back here because that 3-1 lead went away after a single by Chase. And 2 batters later, a home run to deep right center by Yasmani Grandal. Tied it at 3 then. It is that way now here in the bottom of the 9th.
Victorino's single last time was on a fastball out over the plate. I still think he was getting tipped location from the runner at second base during that at bat. But be that as it may. 2 down, go at him, stay down in the zone.
Pitch on the way is low ball 1. It's like having a pitching coach in the booth. That's what I told somebody. Who was I talking to the other day? I can't remember. Another broadcaster mentioned your name. And I said it's like having a pitching coach in the booth. Having been there, you can't duplicate that unless you've been there. 1-0. Lined in us to the left side. Up the middle goes Everett Cabrera. Grab, throw, Victorino fast. The bent arm of Cabrera is faster. Out number 3 here in the 9th inning. Yes, extra. Again, back-to-back. 11 yesterday, through 9 today on the walk and the runner left here in the 9th by the Dodgers. 3-3. More baseball when we come on back to Dodger Stadium. San Diego Sports Leader, Double X 1090.
Before you reach Leader, Double X 1090.
After 9, not decided. As mentioned, Padres have a losing record, including yesterday in extra innings. The Dodgers 4-1 at home and an overall winning record. And we're going to do it again. Padres had a winner against Pittsburgh on August 21 when Chase hit the walk-off home run to right field off Daniel Cabrera. Daniel McCutcheon, I beg your pardon. Not that it matters. And then lost yesterday. Had 2 outs. And then 3 singles. That was it. The Dodgers win. At that time to stay, well, would have been 5.5 behind the victorious Giants of yesterday. So they stay 4.5 in the West. Top of the 9th in San Francisco. A 6-6 tie there. A 3-3 tie here. Gosh, I love September. Between Aztec football and football in general and baseball, I don't deserve this. I'm not worthy. I'm just not. Big fella. Carlos Quentin against the right-hander John Eli. E-L-Y. Low ball 1.
You're logging some hours in the booth, aren't you, Ted?
No, that's fine by me. I'd rather be busy than wait for the phone to ring any time. 1-0. Swing and a miss at the breaking ball. Good slider, 1-1.
Eli not overpowering. Is going to be about 88 on the fastball, slider, curveball, cut fastball, changeup. Just going to try to keep you off balance, stay on the corners. Had a real nice year for the Albuquerque Isotopes this year.
This is his first appearance on the call-up on roster expansion on September 1. Fastball to Q as he faces him for the very first time. Foul back out of play.
You may remember him pitching for the Dodgers a couple of years ago. Had 18 starts for him last year, though. Very disappointing. They took him off the roster. Spent the entire year this year in Albuquerque, where he got the Pitcher of the Year award for the PCL, leading the league in wins with 14.
Belisario, 1 inning, 1-2-3. Here, the Padres, 4, 5, 6 batters, 1-2 to Q. Low, 2-2.
So one of the changes that Eli said he made this past season was not trying to live on the corners quite so much. Just trust his stuff a little bit more, be a little bit more aggressive in the zone.
Right-handers, 2-2. Ground ball shortstop. Hanley Ramirez cleanly, and the throw. One away in the top of the 10th. How do you do it, Scan?
And that is... What's that?
It was the ninth inning. I just had to sprint down there, way down to the end of the hall, to the, how do they call it, facilities, and sprint on back, and you sit here like, you're an astronaut. And you get some...
You haven't seen the special suit I have?
I wonder what the thing strapped to your right leg was, that tube. I didn't know what it was.
Now you know.
This man has superhuman powers. Picking ball high to Yasmani Grandal. It's high ball one.
There's some well-hidden tubing, that's all. Giving away all my secrets, Ted.
I know. Eli, hesitation before he delivers a strike. 1-1. Yasmani, walk, single. Tying 2-run home run when they were down 3-1 in the 8th inning. Dramatic stuff. Pitch is low by the right-hander. Fourth reliever used today after Kershaw goes 7, 5 hits, 1 run. Eric Stoltz, another dandy, 6 innings, 7 hits, 1 run. ND, no decision for those starters. 2-1, high fly ball into right center field. This one he did not get, but it's deep. Back Kemp, right center field, makes the grab, 2 away. Just missed it.
Well, when it first left the bat, John Eli thought he'd given up a home run. Hey, after spending a year in the PCL, any ball that you see go in the air, especially in Albuquerque, you're thinking, oh my gosh, that's going to be out of here. He had his hands on top of his head. Then he realized, oh, wait a minute. This is Dodger Stadium. That's not going anywhere.
Big park. No altitude. Set it up. John Eli, a Miami of Ohio guy. Miami University. Yonder Alonso on the first pitch. Fastball outside ball 1. Yonder a single. Actually a double, as mentioned at the time. 33rd double of the year. Ties Benito Santiago. Most by a rookie. Padres second baseman on 2 base hits. Breaking ball. Slider low. 2-0. Eli's been called up each of the last 3 years from AAA Albuquerque after they switched from Las Vegas back to Albuquerque, where they've been for decades on their top club. Swing and a miss. 2 out, nobody on. 3-3 tie in the bottom of this 10th. Look out. 3-4-5. Adrian Gonzalez, Matt Kemp, and Hanley Ramirez. 2-1. Low.
Eli using that changeup quite a bit tonight here in the early going. Almost no breaking balls, a lot of changeups.
Eli's coming. Hide your heart. Shook off A.J. Ellis. Now on the 3-1. Swing and a miss. Came back slider, doubled up, back to back. Back to back. 3-2. If they can get there, Maben on deck. If Alonso can get on. It would be for the 3rd time his double plus a walk today. Payoff pitch. Fastball on it, fouled it back. John Daniel Eli, 6'2" and 200 pounds. Homewood, Illinois, yonder, another high fly ball in the right center, but playable. Matt Kemp, back calling, catching, 1-2-3, Padres in the top of the 10th. Heart of the order, bottom of the 10th. 3-3 tie. What a game of baseball. Yesterday and today with the Dodgers on the San Diego Sports Leader, XX 1090.
Shop GT on San Diego Sports Leader, XX 1090.
The lefty Tommy Lane, second time at Dodger Stadium ever. Base 1 batter yesterday, gave up a base hit. Here comes the Adrian Gonzalez-led lineup of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Gonzalez, Kemp, and Hanley Ramirez. 3-3 tie in the bottom of the 10th. The game belongs right now to Eli and Lane, rookies.
Well, this is a chance for Tommy Lane to get some revenge on Adrian Gonzalez. Adrian singled off him last night, and Tommy Lane, after being pretty much untouchable in his first 10 outings in the big leagues, gave up a couple of runs against Colorado. And he gave his first hit to a left-hand batter yesterday in his Blown assignment against Adrian. He gets another shot at it tonight.
So Eli, I called him rookie, by the way. He had those starts a couple of years ago. Went to 100 innings. Then his other year as a reliever, he's not a rookie technically anymore. But Tommy Lane is 3-4-5 batters in a 3-3 tie for the Dodgers. Pitch outside. Ball one. Delivering on the 1-0 to Adrian, in there for strike. He's had a multi-hit game today. Single double and a sac fly.
Both hits coming on fastballs, inner half.
1-1. Curve inside. 2-1. Missing. One other item on the races. Oakland lost, but so did Texas. So the Rangers still 4 up in the American West. 2-1. Big breaking ball. Swing and a miss. Made Adrian look bad. That's not easy to do. 2-2.
Tommy Lane's made a lot of lefties look bad with that dropping down of the arm, going down to a low 3/4 slot, big sweeping curveball. That's something he's incorporated this season. It's been very effective.
2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Breaking ball fastball. One away in the bottom of the 10th. Got Adrian. Here's Matt Kemp. That Dodger record again in extra innings is now 7-5. 4-1 at home extra innings. Padres 3-6. 1-2 on the road after yesterday. The 11th inning walk-off by A.J. Ellis, the catcher. Pitch on the way. Low to Kemp. Ball one. Another Dodger catcher by the name of Mike Piazza. 44 years old today. Happy birthday, Michael.
Got a little bit of an impact on Major League Baseball. Redefined the catching position for many years. Everybody wanted a power hitter behind the plate.
1-0 in their strike. I mean, nobody ever said he had catching tools. He didn't. But man, oh man, would the ball fly.
He just flat out crush. He's one of those guys where you just close your eyes, you beat the batting cage, and you could just tell, hey, the way it was coming off his bat, just the sound off his bat was different.
1-1. Breaking ball. Missed outside on the curve. 2-1.
But that really did change how a lot of organizations looked at the catching position. Previously, it was always catch and throw, catch and throw. Hey, if you hit, that's icing on the cake. And all of a sudden, hey, there's a team in baseball getting 30-plus home runs out of their catcher. We want that, too.
1 out in this tie ball game. A 3-3 swing and a miss. Pull a string on the slider. 2-2. Dandy, they always talked about because Mike was 62nd round, and they said it was a favor to Tommy Lasorda because he knew the family back because they're both from the Philadelphia suburbs. Mm-hmm. And they talked about the fact that it was a favor and that Lasorda was his godfather. He's not. He's the godfather to Mike's brother. But that story they got wrong. Fastball, what a dandy. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Went up to 91 miles an hour, striking out Adrian Gonzalez and Matt Kemp. And yes, it's no fluke. We've seen this act from Tommy Lane before. 2 away. Hanley Ramirez.
You know, it's been amazing the last 2 nights is how bad Matt Kemp has looked against left-hand pitching. Padres have done a great job at tying him up.
Location. Ramirez on the day, 0 for 4. Pitch on the way, fastball strike. In the big Boston-Miami deal. When Beckett went to Boston, he was the main component going to Miami from the minor leagues in Boston. Now he comes with Beckett and Adrian to Los Angeles. In there, strike again.
You know, I'll always wonder with Hanley Ramirez, Ted, if his career could have gotten off to a little bit different start if he had a little bit more mentorship over in Florida.
Well said. 0-2. Curve, strike 3 call. Once again, we saw him do this when he had his first major league outing in Atlanta, including 2 All-Stars, and he struck out the side. Here, Gonzalez, Kemp, and Hanley Ramirez striking out the side again. Tommy Lane is the real deal after 10 in Los Angeles, tied at 3. San Diego Sports leader, Double X 1090.
On San Diego Sports leader, Double X 1090.
Padre baseball, Los Angeles. Dead Lightner, Bob Scanlon. I know, it doesn't get any better than this unless maybe it's been the Dodgers and Petco. And it was happening like this yesterday and today, despite the loss yesterday. It was a great baseball game. Padres in this one have had one lead. 1-0 on the home run by D'Onofrio, first pitch of the game, tied by Ethier on his home run in the second. And it stayed that way. But the Dodgers got 2 in the 7th to lead 3-1. Suddenly, boom. End of that. Cameron Maben, first pitch here in the top half of the 11th is a single to center field. Lead man aboard against John Eli. Then Yasmani Grandal had a 2-run home run right after the Dodgers got that lead in the 7th. His home run in the 8th. Here we are. That was off Guerrier. Now it's Eli and Tommy Lane. Now it's Everett Cabrera.
Well, let's see if they have Cabby bunting in this situation. If they wanted to swing away with the big hole open on the right side and getting Cameron Maben a chance to steal second and get himself into scoring position.
Alexi Amarista be on deck. He'll hit for Tommy Lane in the 9th spot. Crashing in from third base, Cruz ready to go, and then they see him square and they step off.
Well, Cabby wasn't trying to hide anything. He got out there right away, showing bunt, trying to bring that third baseman in even closer. Might be setting him up for the Butcher Boy.
Slug that baby. They go to first base. He doesn't show anything at the plate, and back easily is Cameron Maben, swiftest of the Padres. Talking to Davey Roberts. .25 steals, Cameron Maben. One more, Cameron Everett Cabrera, 26. The club leader. Pitch on the way. He got it down third base, rolling beautifully on the grass, charging third. Grab, throw, off the glove, safe at first base. Here comes Cameron. Hoppy's coming down the line to hold him at third base as Adrian chases that ball down the right field line. Oh, big break for San Diego, but again, it was caused by speed. The speed of Everett Cabrera forcing the Dodgers into that play.
Well, what amazes me on that one is Cruz is actually charging pretty hard. I mean, there was no secret that Cabby was intending to bunt. He got the bunt down. It was perfect. Just 1 foot inside the chalk, and actually it was Ellis and Cruz getting the ball at the same time. They bump into each other, and Cabby just beats it out. Mark Ellis over at second base can't hang on to it, goes into right field, and Glenn Hoffman was 3/4 down the line. He was about 20 feet away from home plate, making sure that he was well in front of Cam Maben to give him some kind of guidance surrounding third.
When they say pick up your third base coach, Coffey was making sure you're going to pick me up. I'm going to run with you down the line. You're not going past me. Infield up all the way in Los Angeles. Bunt single Cabrera. Technically would get a sacrifice on that to send Cameron to second. Error on the third baseman Cruz on that throw across his body as he charged in at the last second and called off the catcher A.J. Ellis. It didn't work out for L.A. Second and third, nobody out. Pitch to Amarista. Low and outside, ball one.
If you're thinking squeeze, probably not likely with a left-handed batter at the plate and a right-handed pitcher on the mound.
Bob says that because you get that clear view. Catcher's got the clear view of the runner at third. Unlikely with nobody out. 1-0. Foul ball, fastball. Passed him at 90. 1-1.
Now, if you had a left-handed pitcher on the mound, you might still be able to pull it off because he can't see that runner coming from third base and won't have enough time to throw the ball outside to foil the bunt attempt.
11 innings yesterday. Top of the 11 today. Anybody who paid to get in this sucker yesterday and today, they didn't get cheated at all. That refund line is empty. Right-hander set, 1-1 pitch. Ground ball drawn in infield. Right to Ellis at second. On the grass, makes the throw, one away. I know. I've seen it too. So many times this year. with Padre rallies. Second and third, nobody out. First and third, nobody out. They've had a terrible number in scoring a runner from third with fewer than 2 outs. They have. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. They just have. Another left-handed batter against the right-hander John Eli. Will Venable, pinch hitter, grounded out in the ninth, went into play right field. Conference time infield for the Dodgers.
Well, here's the good news. He's not pinch hitting this time, Ted.
Exactly right. His numbers are much better this way.
That's right.
Way to go. Like you're thinking there.
Hey.
Ladies and gentlemen, PC, positive karma. No, PK. Karma.
Half full, baby. Half full.
Yeah. They could put Venable on to load him up, set up the play any place, and go to the right-hander Forsythe. I would. I'm assuming that's what they're talking about. And yes, of course, they will walk Venable intentionally to load him up.
Going with the odds right here. Will's hitting 2-7 against left-handers. Take your chances loading him up.
Logan Forsythe, I just want you to know, we're all counting on you. Forsythe, Headley, next 2 scheduled batters. It'll be bases loaded, 1 away. There is ball 2 to Venable. Eli, signed originally by the White Sox and on to the Dodgers. Out of Miami of Ohio. Here's ball 4. Loaded. 1 gone.
All right, pressure's on Eli. He's got to throw strikes.
Here comes Don Mattingly. And nobody's up for the Dodgers. This is about how you want to pitch them. Joe Torre, his mentor, who brought him here from the Yankees with the deal in Joe's contract that Mattingly would be the heir apparent, and he was, despite all the ownership problems and so forth. I don't know if it was actually written in the contract that they had to do it, but they did it. And I'm guessing that it was in the contract or Joe wouldn't have come. So Mattingly, a lifetime Yankee, an Indiana native, managing the Dodgers. Torre was, of course, still vice president of Major League Baseball. Joe had left that position to go with one of the ownership groups trying to buy the Dodgers, and his ownership group didn't get him. And Bud Selig, of course, rehired him in MLB in New York, as opposed to MLB Milwaukee, which is where Bud lives and has his office. It's a great deal. I ain't going to New York.
The satellite office in Milwaukee?
I'm staying in Milwaukee. I don't go to New York. I have my private jet if I want to go someplace, provided by baseball. It's a good job. Here, after the conference with Mattingly, bases loaded, 1 away, 3-3 tie in the top of the 11th. Forsythe from Eli. First pitch in there, strike.
They've stayed away from Forsythe all night long. They start him off away again.
Logan on twice with a single and a walk in back-to-back plate appearances, 3rd and 5th against Clayton Kershaw, who hadn't lost to the Padres this year and is not going to today. He's in a no decision along with Stoltz. Another fine outing for him. Eli set, pitch outside, fastball, 1-1.
Middle infield halfway. Important for Will Venable to get that good secondary and try to break up a double play if one should set itself up that way.
That's Maben at third, Cabrera at second. Fastest Padres out there. Venable at first, ground ball third base, foul. Good thing. Might have been a double play. 1-2. Oh, wee. Oof.
Gotta love it, Ted.
Yeah, man, you do.
Extra inning baseball late in the season against your rival.
You could play spoiler big time. I think Padre fans might poo-poo that spoiler thing, but not against the Dodgers. No way. 1-2 pitch. Line drive. Base hit. Logan Forsythe to center field. Cameron. Run, Cameron. Run. Cabrera right behind him. 2 are coming home. The throw will go to second base. On to third base goes Will Venable on a 2 RBI single by big time clutch here. Logan Forsythe, 11th inning.
2 strike slider. They got him to chase the one before it in the dirt, but you know what? John Eli makes a mistake. He leaves that pitch a little bit up, a little bit out over. Not as good as the previous one. And Logan does a great job of hitting, line it right back up the middle.
Chance for more. Might as well. Runner at third, one away. Best Padre hitter is Chase Headley. I don't mean today. I mean the best Padre hitter, period, is Chase Headley. One single here today. That was back in the 8th inning. Right-hander set, pitch outside, ball one. Runners at first and third, as in the corners. One gone. Logan Forsythe. Single to right center. RBI 30, 31. Fastest Padres back-to-back. Maben and Cabrera flying home. Scoring easily. Pitch on the way inside.
You know, Ted, my hunch is during that discussion they were talking about what they want to do, where they want to play the infielders, all that kind of stuff, but also how are you going to pitch Logan Forsythe? They'd stayed away from him all night long, and not a single pitch in that at-bat that wasn't on the outside corner. And eventually Logan able to get a good look at it out there.
Right-hander Eli is set. 2-0, line drive, base hit, chase again, comes up huge. Here comes Venable on the way. Forsythe will go to third, pop-up slide there. 6-3, Padres. Keep on, top of the 11th inning.
Open it up, give yourself a little bit of breathing room. Another breaking ball.
Oh, look at the crowd.
There, what crowd?
Look at that, they're fleeing.
The quiet crowd?
As Joe Garagiola said, like the fleeing, like the vendors were selling fire. And they are. I mean, that had already started. It's late night, as we mentioned, school and work tomorrow. But now they're really heading for the parking lots. Here's Carlos Quentin. A 3-3 tie is now 6-3 Padres in the top of the 11th. Carlos a double in 5 tries here today. Bad knee kept him out yesterday except the pinch hit. Fastball from the right-hander, foul back, strike one. Chase Headley, 6 RBI Sunday. 3 yesterday. 2 today to go to 94. Second in the National League in ribbies. My goodness. 0-1. Chopper down to third base and foul. Extra innings here. The division-leading Giants are in extra innings against Arizona. That is 6-6. After 10 in San Francisco. If this holds, highly likely, if the Dodgers win that, they could again have a second chance in as many days to go 5.5 up on L.A. At the corner, still only one away. Quiet here. 0-2. Fastball just missed inside. One and two. 7:10 game coming up a tick after 11 on the scoreboard clock here in Dodger Stadium. Forsythe at third. Headley at first, and a chopper foul third base again past Glenn Hoffman. 1-2 to Q. Yesterday, the last game to be decided in Major League Baseball was the 11th inning affair here. Same old. As everything's done in the American League. And the last two are in the National are here and San Francisco. West Coast baseball. Q fouls it back again. Yasmani Grandal is on deck. He's the one after the Dodgers went ahead 3-1 in the 7th, who had a 2-run home run in the top of the 8th. Huge. It was off career. Still going and now leading again. Strike 3 called, and Carlos knew it on a fastball at 90. 2 away.
Catcher from 12, Yasmani Grandal.
Glenn Hoffman talking to his guy Forsythe at third. Chase Headley talking to his teammate Adrian Gonzalez over there at first. Former teammate. Adrian is close to home from Boston to Los Angeles. Swing and a foul back by Yasmani. Strike one. Single, Maben, Cabrera, Forsythe, Headley. 3 runs, 4 hits, 1 error by the third baseman Cruz. That's the 11th inning here for the boys. 0-1, swing and a foul back. That's a foul tip held by Ellis. 0-2. Top of the 11th here. Top of the 11th now in San Francisco. There's nothing like scoreboard watching when you're in it. And I know my boys are not in it. But those years they were, man. So much fun. 0-2 inside. Rondal alive in that bottom of this inning. 6, 7, 8 batters. Ethier, Cruz, and A.J. Ellis are scheduled. Unless it changes, the winner would be Tommy Lane. The loser would be John Eli. Tommy Lane would win his first major league game. How about that for special? 1-2 over the top of the breaking ball. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Eli, nice hook, but the damage was done. 3 runs, 4 hits for the boys on an error, and 2 men left to the bottom of the 11th. 6-3 Padres in the middle game of 3. Back 7-10 tomorrow with Andy and Bob. San Diego sports leader XX 1090.
Some have 1090 AM Rosarito, Baja California.
San Diego sports leader XX 1090.
6-3 Padres doing the Dodgers no good tonight. Woulda, coulda, shoulda yesterday when they couldn't hold 2-0, 3-2 leads. That was yesterday. As Jerry Coleman says, that was yesterday. That was then. This is now. New game, new day. And after losing in 11, the boys have a chance to win in 11 if they hold the lead here. Lou Gregerson, who could not hold that 3-2 lead, giving up the home run to Ethier with 1 out in the 9th yesterday, is back on here for a chance at a 3-out save as opposed to his attempt at a 4-out save yesterday and trying for his 4th save of the season. Houston Street is here. Not activated yet off the DL with that leg problem. 6, 7, 8 batters. Ethier, who had the home run yesterday against Greg, will be here against Lou Gregerson right now in the bottom of the 11th. Tommy Lane, 1 inning, struck out the side. Stands to win. If Luke can make this one hold up today. Right-hander delivers. Ethier takes a fastball strike at the knees at 89 mph. The busiest Padre, 65 appearances now with a 2.48. Many Let's Go Dodgers, many Let's Go Padres. Luke to the left-handed batter low and outside, 1-1.
Fastball to start off the at-bat against Ethier. Hey, Luke Gregerson's not going to get beat with anything but his best pitch. He got beat with the slider yesterday, but he did throw a few more fastballs in yesterday's ballgame.
He's 7th in the league in appearances. He's got a high fly field. Chasing in the corner, Will Venable with a running backhand grab. And 1 gone in the bottom of the 11th. Yesterday, he gets Gregerson. Today, Luke gets him. Here's Cruz.
Hey, fans, a reminder to stay tuned for the post-game show coming up next with John Quintero and the left-hander Randy Jones. They're going to have a full recap of tonight's exciting Padre game. Plus scores and highlights from around the majors. And as always, they're taking your phone calls. Get that phone ready, 877-792-1090.
Randy Jones. Hey, before there was a Dave Winfield, Ozzie Smith, etc. After Nate Colbert, Randy was Mr. Padre. Big time. Not bigger than Nate, really. Nate didn't win national awards, didn't win Cy Young. But Randy did. Swinging a miss, strike 1 to the right hand hitting Cruz.
Not too many guys get standing ovations as they're walking down to the bullpen before their ball game.
0-1 on the way. Tried to check. He went around. Yes, he did. 0-2. Randy sold tickets, I thought. Again,
oh, no question.
I was not there for the peak of it. I was there in the late 70s when Randy was still pitching, but not like he had been. 0-2. Just got a piece of it. Foul back. 6-3 San Diego. 1 out in the 11th. And I'll say this about Randy. When I got there, he still owned the market, man. He was the guy in the late 70s. Had the television pregame show, all that stuff. Randy Jones show. I co-hosted it with him on Channel 8, and he treated everybody. He had time for everybody. Media, fans. He sold Padre baseball. 0-2. Ground ball, just foul at third base.
That hasn't changed, Ted. Just as gracious as ever, stopping to talk to everybody. Great ambassador for the game and a great ambassador for the Padres. And could probably still pitch.
With a sinker, why not?
Yeah. Filthy changeup. Hour and a half games.
Ah, those were days.
Oh, yeah. And complete games at that.
Cruz. 4-hit day yesterday. Ground ball to Logan Forsythe here today. And the throw on to yonder, TUE. An out away from the fourth save for Luke on the season. Tommy Lane's first major league victory. And it wouldn't, squeak him by. He struck out the side against the 3-4-5 Dodger batters. Adrian Gonzalez, Matt Kemp, and Hanley Ramirez.
One out to go. Luke Gregerson, though, showing part of what you need to have for a closer's makeup, putting yesterday behind you.
Like Trevor always told us, man, short memory. A.J. Ellis, yesterday's hero. Can't win it here, down by 6-3 with 2 out in the ninth and nobody on. Takes outside ball 1. I mean, the next day you'd ask Trevor, yesterday when you had that trouble, and what are you talking about? What happened yesterday? As in, I'm not even discussing it, man. I moved on. You need to do likewise. Outside, 2-0.
Man, he did that good or bad.
Yeah, man.
Next day he was out there doing his running, doing his exercises, getting himself ready to close out another ball game.
At 99 degrees in St. Louis.
Didn't matter.
2-0 pitch. Breaking ball, nasty slider, strike call, 2-1. It's like they asked Jeter yesterday. Is it time to panic? He's telling the media, you panic? I don't panic. Who do you think you're talking to?
Asking Derek Jeter if he panics.
I don't panic. 2-1 on the way. Slider, strike call, 2-2. Bottom of the 11th. Dodgers have lost only one extra inning game here in this ballpark. They are about to lose their second to their rival Padres. 2 is outside. 1 more to Ellis.
In fact, that sounds like another terrible question for one of those SI polls you always like to drop on me. Who's the biggest panicker in baseball?
Hey, they had one the other day in Sports Illustrated. Scan, I love to get Scan going on these.
We're just getting ready to celebrate a nice Padre victory. You need to go there, Ted. Really?
They always ask,
we're one strike away.
Who's the biggest jerk? Who's the biggest this? And Scan says, how can they ask a stupid question like that? I tell them to sell magazines. 3-2 slider. Swing and just fouled it off. Yasmani can't hold on. That ball nailed him pretty good. The count remains full. They did have a recent one. Who's the biggest phony in Major League Baseball? And that's almost a duh. Because I don't know him, but that's his reputation. And a huge percentage said Alex Rodriguez of the Yankees was the biggest phony in baseball. There you have it from Sports Illustrated. And that's not their opinion. That's the players who are voting. Anonymously, of course. 6-3 Padres, 2 out, nobody on. Bottom of the 11th.
Stay out of the gutter, SI. You're better than that.
Nick Punto on deck if they get there. Payoff pitch. Fouled it back. Slider again. In case you're wondering, folks, just to get Scan going more, Nick Swisher. It was a Yankees. Win and place. But not show. Rodriguez, biggest phony. Nick Swisher second. Niger Morgan of the Brewers, the third biggest phony. There you have it. If I can't aggravate Scan, why have him here?
What's the point?
3-2 on the way. Slider. Took it outside. Ball 4. Very close. 2-out walk by Luke, who hardly walked anybody. Now Punto in the deal from Boston. He's the guy, by the way, we saw him in Boston and here with the walk-off yesterday. He's the shredder, they call him. He gets the guy that had the walk-off and he rips his jersey off. Yeah. So his nickname is the shredder. He did it in Boston. He's doing it here. Everybody's got to be known for something. 6-3 Padres, 2-out runner here for the Dodgers. Pitch to the left-handed batter is in there for a strike from the right-hander, Luke Gregerson.
So does the clubby hand him a needle and thread after the game to put all those buttons back on the jersey?
No, but what I was told, and I don't know this to be a fact, again, this is a switch hitter from the left side, they billed him $150 for the jersey. That they do. There goes the runner, let him run. Slider missed outside, 1-1. No stolen base for A.J. Ellis. He's at second with 2 gone. Punto, fly to left. As a pinch hitter yesterday in the 7th inning. Now a pinch hitter in the 11th. Luke on the 1-1. Line foul way out in front, right side. The Diamondbacks have gone ahead. This is great for the Dodger fans and the Dodgers. 2 in the top of the 11th in San Francisco. So it's 8-6 Diamondbacks as they bat in the 11th inning. That, of course, would keep the Dodgers 4.5 back if San Francisco loses. Same formula yesterday after the Giants won in extras. And then the Dodgers made their comeback to beat the Padres after being down by 2-1. 2-0 and 3-2. Home runs. Ether, home run hero, Ether. Walk off Ellis. Now Ellis at second, 2 gone. 1-2 pitch. Just missed low. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Okay, you got your shredder here. You got Aaron Harang. He's the guy when you see their guys being interviewed. Instead of dumping a bucket of water or Gatorade on him, Aaron's got a hose in the Dodger dugout.
Saw that yesterday.
And he hoses down the player.
Yeah, the giant water spritzer.
You got the shredder. You got the hoser. You got the 2-2 by Gregerson. Checking the runner at second. Ground ball. Second base. Logan Forsythe, one of the heroes offensively. Grabbing, throwing. This ball game belongs to the San Diego Padres. Tommy Lane's first major league victory. Luke Gregerson's 4th save of the season. The boys are resilient. They've had a great August. A couple of little speed bumps there beginning of September, including yesterday in 11 when they lose. Here they win in 11. A 6-3 final. Back with a post-game conversation and the post-game show. 6-3 Padres final in 11 Dodger Stadium. One more to go to decide the winner of the series tomorrow at 7:10 on San Diego Sports Leader XX 10. What a baseball game. What a game. I said the same thing yesterday, albeit a loss. And these two have just played some exciting, great games. Padres, we know, are not in it. The Dodgers are. And if the Giants hold on right now in their deficit, Arizona holds on to that lead. They'll still be 4.5 behind the Giants in the National League West. But the Padres, all they care about is winning the ball games, and they did that today. After losing in 11 yesterday, they win in 11 today, 6-3, exploding for 3 big ones in that top of the 11th against John Eli. And the winner in the ball game, it's his first major league win, and he didn't skate by any means. He struck out Adrian Gonzalez, Matt Kemp, and Hanley Ramirez, 3 straight All-Stars. I mean, guys who just rake. And Tommy Lane, you're living the dream, man. Congratulations on your first major league win.
Thank you very much.
Lane of the San Diego Padres, this rookie ex of the Diamondbacks. Nice pickup by AJ and Josh and the boys. They knew this guy. And more, great transit. I understand. Short sample, cliche number 1. But so far, they can't hit him. Simple as that. He strikes out the side in the 10th. And then Luke Gregerson comes on there, just a 2-out walk, and gets the pinch hitter Punto, to get the ground out to end the ball game. So these are the totals, and the Padres scored those 3 in the 11 to win it. On the 2 RBI single by Logan Forsythe, and then Chase Headley's single for the insurance run that turned out they did not need. The boys, 6 runs, 11 hits, no errors, and 11 left. And the Dodgers, 3 runs, 10 hits, no errors, and 9 left. Time of game, 4 hours, 6 minutes, 11 innings for the second straight day, 40,616 on Matt Kemp jersey night. They got their blue number 27s. But once again, the Padres handled Kemp. 0 for 5 yesterday, 1 for 5, a single here today. Tomorrow at 7:10, close out the series. The winner wins the series. Clayton Richard, he's been the man, looking for number 13 against former Aztec and Padre Aaron Harang, who was 9-8 with a 3.76. So has pitched pretty well overall against the Padres, except for his first one in Petco this year. Very well in his first one against the boys here in Dodger Stadium a couple of months ago. I'm Ted Leitner with Bob Scanlon, Andy Mazer, Jerry Coleman. Andy is on the schedule. Lucky guy, along with Bob tomorrow. Dave Marcus here, Dan Noon there at the studios with John Quintero and Randy Jones coming up on the postgame show. The last one to be contested now will be that final bottom of the 11th in San Francisco with the Diamondbacks up by 8-6 and the Padres winning 6-3 also in 11. Good night from Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles. 7:10 first pitch tomorrow, XX 1090, San Diego Padres Radio Network.